Clouds are on the increase tonight as temperatures tumble back into the mid-20s. Most of tomorrow is dry but cloudy and cold with highs back in the mid-30s. Our next system arrives late in the day, bringing snowfall to parts of the area. This storm system itself tracks to our south, giving a better opportunity for accumulating snowfall to South Jersey and Delaware.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows that free is just better. That's why My Lowe's Rewards is free to join and lets you unlock member-only deals, earn points towards My Lowe's money, and more. Join for free today. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms subject to change.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Your home for Villanova basketball is WDAS and WD273D, Fox Sports Radio Philadelphia. Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank. That's bank. Enter it now.
FoxPHLGambler.com. Once again, FoxPHLGambler.com right now.
The Eagles are NFL champions.
We're going to run some clock, or maybe throw the dagger. Hurts going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Coming to you live on a Super Bowl Victory Monday. This is the Daily Ticket with Sean Brace.
Strike up the band, boys and girls. The Philadelphia Eagles are coming home with the Lombardi. Birds on bourbon, and the party's just begun. Folks, what we witnessed last night in Super Bowl 59, there have been plenty of adjectives used at various outlets all across this great country of ours. But the one that I'm liking the most, and it's a saying that made our timelines event originally because of Pat Bev and Roan, and that is belt to ass. Credit where credit is due. The Philadelphia Eagles deserve all the damn credit for what we were able to watch last night. Are you kidding me? 40 spot, 40 piece, 40 burger in your eye, America. And the Eagles lumped Patrick Mahomes and that Kansas City Chief offense. Oh, there's going to be a lot in the timeline over the next few days of I told you so, I said this. Now, I'm not a I told you so type of guy, but your boy went on national radio on Saturday night with the great Aaron Torres of Fox Sports Radio. And I simply said this: the Eagles were going to smack the Kansas City Chiefs. 40-point-plus performance coming up by the Birds tomorrow in New Orleans. Those are my exact words. Now, after I hung up the phone, took a second to think to myself, well, damn, if I just went on national radio coast to coast with the proclamation that the Eagles were going to absolutely destroy the Kansas City Chiefs, they better win by a couple points. 40-6 was the score. That's what's going through my mind right now. Not this 22-point performance. No, 40-6 was the score. I said last night they should take Mahomes out of the game. There is nothing to gain. Get him out before someone kills him. Dude, are you kidding me? Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champions, crown them. Crown them. We are on top. And as I said at the start, the party has only just begun. Parade booked for Friday. Happy Valentine's Day. Love will be in the air. What a game. What a night. What a season. And we're going to go ahead and do our best to recap it all here on the Daily Ticket. Good afternoon. My name is Sean Brace. I'm relaxed today. You want to talk about notes? I ain't got no notes today. This is from the heart. This is from the stomach. This is from the soul. Allow me to just come into your world for a second and show you and allow yourself to hear how this is possible, where we don't have to say outlandish statements, where we don't have to give you a take every day. No, nobody was giving you a take. You know what we were saying on this radio station from day one? Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback, a great quarterback. Nobody was above the process of working things out and criticism. No, what happened last year was ugly, but this was what we always knew could potentially be at the end of all this. If you put it together, this roster is too good. Last year, they were great. We know there's some huge differences with this team this year, specifically Saquon Barkley. It's easy to see, but they had everything in place last year. So it was so upsetting to see the way things unfolded. And of course, you get into this season and things took a little while to get going. And hand of the year, I might have been a little overzealous at times with my Sirianni criticism. But when you lose games, it's fair. Everything is fair at that point in time. And what took place in that game down in Tampa, it's obvious that what we were saying was the truth. It was the turning point of the season. From that game in Tampa, it was not good enough. They made the changes on the defensive side of the ball, get Cooper DeJean in there. Pretty damn good call there, even though a lot of us were calling for it earlier. But that's all right. That's all right. Nobody's perfect, except when you win the Super Bowl. You saw the effort that was given in that game, and clearly it was not good enough for those guys inside the locker room. Mainly Jalen Hurts, mainly the defensive side of the ball. Everything changed after that loss into the bye week. And then from that point in time, if you were one of these negative Nancys, which a lot of these radio stations choose to be throughout the course of a whole season, and then all of a sudden they're going to be on the parade and, oh, I was always with you, Jalen. I always believed in you, Jalen. Meanwhile, you got 100 polls a day ripping on the guy. But it's not about you today. No. This is about the Philadelphia Eagles, the 2024-2025 Super Bowl champs that started playing their best football in the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl. And the number one question I was asked last night when they dialed me back up to join Fox Sports Radio and said, Brace, nice call. We must give you the time to tell us, what did you see? Why were you so spot on with your assessment heading into Super Bowl 59 when everybody said the same stock response? Oh, it's going to be a last-second game. Mahomes is great. Oh, it's Andy Reid. You know they got the coaching advantage. Oh, you got to be up. My favorite. You got to be up by double digits going into the fourth quarter, because if you're not, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win 3 straight. Oh, I love it. I loved all of those dumb cliches. Nope. Simply stated, the NFC Championship game, the Eagles, you dangled the piece of meat. And the piece of meat was, you win this game, you're going to a Super Bowl. What did they do? They responded with the all-time great performances in championship game history. The most points scored in a championship game. Been doing this a long time, ladies and gentlemen. This ain't reality TV. They've been playing Super Bowls and championship games for a long damn time. And the Eagles go out there and throw up 55. Not a fluke. Nope. Not a fluke at all. So here we are going into the Super Bowl, and I tip my cap to everybody that is worth a damn on that roster. And there's a lot of great players that have been there and done that, played in the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl, lost the Super Bowl, you name it. The experience coming out the wazoo. Of course, we know it. Jones at the front. We know Duffy at the corner, Spags defensive coordinator, Karlaftis is great. They have some great players, just weren't on the same level. And it was real easy to see that. We talked about it last week and said, hey, man, blowout potentially could come from the Eagles. There's no way the Eagles are getting blown out. Not with that offense. Not with that offense. So I put everything together, and I said that this is going to be a smackdown type of Super Bowl. Word for word, smackdown. The only pushback I had was they made me give a score, and the unfortunate part was I had to put a number on the Kansas City Chiefs where I wasn't comfortable doing so. I said the Eagles are going to score 40-41. They're going to throw up a 40 spot. I don't know what the Chiefs are going to do, and it really put me in a shell because I couldn't get on radio or tell people, like, this is going to be like a 40-10 ball game. I said that it was going to be something similar to the Seahawks and Broncos years ago when it was played at MetLife. That was the vibe that I was getting for this game, and why not? It's a one-game appearance here, and the best team is going to do what they need to do from start and to finish, and the Eagles keep it simple, bread and butter, beef up front, and damn, did they deliver. Super Bowl champions. Oh, I'm going to run my yap all day today. We'll have some great guests. The Gambler Gang will be joining me. I'd love to hear from you out there, people. If you have a comment, a question, a concern, just don't talk to me about anything. They were asking me last night about what I think Howie Rose was going to do in the offseason. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to give you an answer here. I don't know, but in Howie, I trust. Like, they'll figure it out. I'm sure there's going to be a couple people that are going to say, you know what? I want to come back. This was fun. And I don't think this is a one-time deal. And I don't think you should believe that either, from the simple standpoint of Jalen Hurts already played in one 2 years ago. A big talking point that we will get into a little bit is, man, this is in the obvious department, right? Front page, championships just bring you to a whole different existence, a whole nother level. And if the Eagles were able to win that in 57, what are we talking about right now? But again, I digress. We'll save that for another day. Today is just a celebration. It's just a celebration, people. Smiles on our faces. I went out to the pro shop, got myself some new gear, got the Super Bowl champion hat, got the Battle of the Bayou, got myself a nice stogie. Oh, smells like victory. Oh, yeah. What a game. What a day. What a performance. Smile 10 feet wide. Jansen's going to join me at 3:30. Luke Arcaini at 4 o'clock. We will get into more of the conversation of the X's and O's and what was the difference. All of that. That's coming your way. But for right now, I would love to play you some of the highlights from last night, courtesy of the Philadelphia Eagles Radio Network. A little bit of the NFL broadcast on Fox as well. A little bit later, we are going to relive the night through the Kansas City Chief Radio Broadcast Network. You don't have to like them, but you gotta respect them. You're damn right. Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champions. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody and everybody that went down to the game last night, that was down in New Orleans for the week, anybody that represented Philadelphia Eagles fandom, I tip my cap to you. The representation was off the wall. I didn't make it down there. I could only imagine the stories that I'm going to hear. But from the broadcast last night, and of course, leading into it when you had Portnoy a couple nights ago going, it's 75 or 85-15, I think, doesn't surprise me. And I don't want to hear the Kansas City Chiefs have one Super Bowl. New Orleans is a Super Bowl you can't miss. You can't miss. Unfortunately, I did. Unfortunately, I did. But that's all right. New Orleans will host again, and hopefully the Eagles will be back there. It was a home game. Green Legion. I talked to Quimby. They had Governor Shapiro on. It was a great listen. Trey Thomas was on. Awesome job by Legion being live, taking us right up to kickoff, right here on The Gambler from the jungle down there in New Orleans, the Bayou. It was an Eagles home game. And that was evident on the timeline, on the social media posts, all across the board. And then, folks, finally, after 6.5 hours of stuffing my fat face, getting all pregame hyped up, playing music, got the daughter painting a sign, Wife is doing so many great things behind the scenes. We sat around, we watched. It was a great time just being focused on that special performance last night. All-timer. But before the game even kicked off, who's calling me? Quimby's calling. Quimby, I'm live right now, Quimby, I'm live. He's calling me on the phone. I got my ringer on because we were trying to plan things for the parade on Friday. Now, with that being said, you saw how many people were just all over the streets of the timeline, people going crazy. And then, before the game even kicks off, the entrances. The Philadelphia Eagles had Bradley Cooper and a lucky fan who I'll get into a little bit later and why he was with Mr. Cooper. Give the entrance for the Philadelphia Eagles to come onto the field at Super Bowl 59 inside the Superdome. And folks, there used to be a great television show hosted by Dan Patrick called The Turning Point. And it was all looking back at the NFL games of the week. And they would give you that one play that was the turning point. The turning point for Super Bowl 59 was when Bradley Cooper introduced the Philadelphia Eagles to America on Super Bowl Sunday, February 9th, 2025.
All right, from the city of brotherly love, your 2024 NFC champions, the Eagles.
Goosebumps right there. Dude, are you kidding me? Name a better entrance. Name a better intro. Oh, Bill Belichick marched the whole team back out when they took on the Rams and they were a huge underdog. Yeah, that's cool. Bradley Cooper leading the loudest Eagles chant I have ever heard in my life, and I wasn't even there. It shook my house in Conshohocken from the people, the thousands of Eagles fans down in the bayou. Woo! Look at these hoodlums. We got special guests in the studio. We got people all over the place. Philadelphia, top of the charts. Kings of the jungle. Woo! Right then and there, the turning point. Right then and there.
All right, from the city of brotherly love, your 2024 NFC champions, the Eagles.
What's this, SummerSlam? You don't get that type of pop, except for in wrestling, WWE. We're Shooters Radio. Get Bacone out here. Come on. Game over. Right there. You think I'm lying? You think I'm lying? Game starts. Where do we begin? Well, I think a good spot for us to pick up, kids, let's go ahead and get it to the second quarter. Because that's when things started to unravel for the two-time defending champion, Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs defense held up and they were able to force a punt. Mahomes gets the ball down 17-0. 17-0 in the second quarter. Game is hanging on by a thread. And what does he do? What does he do?
Mahomes is back. He steps up. He fires over the middle, and it's intercepted again. It's intercepted by Zach Baum.
Patrick Mahomes just gets that hot potato out of his hands.
17-0 interception. I think the 12-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. Well, great wide receivers across the board. Let's put the nail in the coffin in the second quarter.
Hurts is back. Hurts has plenty of time. He's looking. He fires. He completes it. Touchdown! A.J. Brown!
Fantastic execution of the offense.
Game over. Game over.
All right, from the city of brotherly love, your 2024 NFC champions, the E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles!
Come on. Come on. I've already watched one replay. Shout out to the folks from Vision Fit. My great teacher, Colin, this morning. Great coach, Charles and his team. They were ready. We had the replay on via YouTube. No sound music going. Just watching it. All-time performance. What they were able to do versus that team who was destined for greatness, destined to do something that's never been done before, until they ran up against a team that was far and away better than what they ever even imagined. I know Andy Reid was saying that this is a difficult team. Mahomes' head was spinning. As we get into the deeper part of the conversation about last night's beatdown, one eye-popping stat was the fact that the Philadelphia Eagles never blitzed and were able to destroy, demolish, whatever word you want to use, the offensive line and the Kansas City Chiefs offense approach and get to Mahomes 16 times, hurried his ass, brought him down 6 times, one off the record. What a performance. 4, rushing 4, no blitzing. Being able to do exactly that without having to bring an extra defender or blitz a linebacker or CJ from the secondary or a cornerback coming off or DeJean making a move. Nope, none of that wasn't necessary. Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, Jalix Hunt. I'm puffing a cigar, and not literally, just so everybody else. Not smoking, but I do have a cigar. A victory cigar here on Super Bowl Championship Monday. Unbelievable. What a season. What a run. And to close up shop with a victory that very few saw coming. Dismantling that team from start to finish, from the beginning of the intros.
All right, from the city of brotherly love, your 2024 NFC champions, the E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles!
So many people checking in via socials, emotional, unbelievable start to the show. We appreciate it. This is what we do here. We have fun. We debate some big time topics, but we don't waste energy on that nonsense. We'll be able to sniff you out if you're a real team or not. We talk about the odds. We talk about the plays. We try and give you winners. Shout out to Sean Bernard winning Mark Henry Jr.'s competition. I love that, Mark. We need to figure out how we can continue to do those for some bigger events. Next one up for us, the parade, of course. But then we got March Madness fast approaching. So a whole lot to do here via the Gambler Gang. The boys and girls shined this week and then some. Folks, you shine getting involved. Following us on socials at Fox PHL Gambler all season long. Of course, subscribing to our YouTube channel, tuning in, enjoying the local conversation from the great hosts that represent this station Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week, we have local content. Let the people know. The Gambler. It is our first Super Bowl parade as a station on Friday, as well as my daughter, too, who's turned 5 on March 1st. So not quite there at the 5-year-old mark, but very close. And this will be her first Super Bowl parade as a Philadelphia sports fan. Oh, it's so special. Well, since I played the one hit, let's go ahead and get this one, because this was also one where people said that it was over, but I was very hesitant to say that the game was over only because it was 17. I just said, yep, everything's going. They're not losing, but I'm not ready to say that the game is officially over, put the nail in the coffin until we got A.J. Brown to the corner of the end zone, 24-0. That was when I started saying, okay, I sent all the stuff to the sound guy, started doing the graphics, started talking about the parade, where we're going, looking at everything taking place next week from a scheduling standpoint. It was after the A.J. Brown touchdown that I felt pretty good in my assumption that the Eagles were going to win it all. But could the rookie get a little shine today, Sean? Can the rookie, who literally we can go back and pinpoint when the change took place in the season, as I said, the Tampa Bay Bucks game, after that, into the bye, changes were made. Cooper DeJean, come on down. And his presence was never felt more than last night as he was lurking in the weeds, and Mahomes rolls right out of the pocket, as he often does, looking locked in on his receivers, not paying attention to somebody that might have dropped off, and a special talent. Cooper DeJean makes the interception and smells the end zone and cashes in on the biggest stage with everybody watching.
Back goes Mahomes. He's rushing. He's looking. It's intercepted. It's intercepted. Running with the football to the 25. Down the far side is DeJean. And DeJean is in for a touchdown.
Happy birthday, Cooper DeJean.
Cooper DeJean with a pick for a touchdown.
A pick six in the Super Bowl on your birthday.
Welcome, Jansen. Pull up a seat. I'm just having some fun here on a victory Super Bowl Monday. Oh, you got time. You pull in. Today is a day that we will remember forever. The Philadelphia Eagles are kings of it all. Super Bowl champions. And the way that they destroyed Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, the great combo they are. As soon as that game started, over. We're going to talk a little bit more about the X's and O's. We'll continue to play some great sound bites. In the 4:30 range, we are going to relive Super Bowl 59 via the Kansas City Chief Radio Network. I can't wait to hear those calls. You got to respect them. The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Folks, enjoy it. We got ourselves a parade on Friday. We're going to be talking about this game every which way throughout the course of these next couple of days. John Jansen joins me in studio on the other side. A lot of people to thank, including our great sponsors, the Cruising app. Download the Cruising app. Yards for Friday. Gerhardt's for rolling with us as well. Across the board, we can't do this stuff without you. Cut, Sim and Company over there at the Cut app. Jansen will talk a little bit more about that. Fantastic job by the Gambler Gang last week. Let's keep it going. Stay right with us. Daily Ticket rolls on back after this.
Fox Sports Radio, The Gambler. Now, total traffic for Philadelphia.
Heads up, we've had a crash in Lower Oxford Township, Baltimore Pike near Reeseville Road. On the Schuylkill westbound, so University to Vine and City to Belmont. 95 northbound, stopping at Girard up to Bridge. Southbound, so from Coppin to Bridge. All right, to tell total traffic.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Let Express Employment Professionals help you hire for contract or full-time jobs. Forget about recruiting, sifting through resumes, and interviews with unqualified applicants. Go to ExpressPros.com to find the location near you. That's ExpressPros.com.
Hi, I'm Jenna Fisher. A little over a year ago, during a routine mammogram and ultrasound, I was diagnosed with triple-positive breast cancer. Caught early, many common cancers have survival rates well over 90%. The Screening Time Off program encourages employees to take time to step out for screenings. Be the world's best boss. Join Screening Time Off. Learn more and sign up at workingwithcancerpledge.com.
Hey, Sean Brace here. Now, when you shop local, you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference. Gerhardt's Appliances, they've been serving our community for over 80 years, supporting the neighborhoods we call home. Instead of sending your hard-earned money to a national chain, support the home team at Gerhardt's, proudly serving all of Philadelphia, Glenside, Doylestown, Malvern, Ardmore, and beyond with top-quality appliances and unbeatable local service. Shop smart, shop local, shop at Gerhardt's. Visit Gerhardt'sAppliance.com or visit any of their 6 locations.
See DallasStillSucks.com for details. Gary Barbera Jeeps are super cheap during Super Cheap Jeeps Week. Hello. Right, Superbirds Coach Nick? Boy, I guess. Jeeps, cheap. Gary Barbera's making the Big Easy Big Game playoff payoff. Jeep Grand Cherokees. Yo! 16,666. And that's why Super Coach Nick picks Barbera.
This is Coach Sirianni. Is Barbera the best? Boy, I guess.
Or drive a super discounted Barbera Ram like our man Brandon Graham.
Boy, I guess.
Barbera's got Big Easy credit.
Philadelphia's credit connection.
And super cheap Jeep Grand Cherokees.
From a crazy 16,666.
Tell him, Superbirds Coach Nick.
Barbera the best? Boy, I guess.
Jeep Grand Cherokee 16666. Well qualified clients.
Oh, yeah.
DallasStillSucks.com.
Barbera!
Gary Barbera's super goal to stay in control of the most Jeeps sold.
16,666.
Boom shakalaka.
Jeeps cheap.
Super cheap.
Is Barbera the best?
Hang on, you tell him, Brandon Graham.
Boy, I guess.
Go Birds. I know, yeah. DallasStillSucks.com.
On Saturday, February 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, it's the Pro Volleyball Federation's first All-Star match. The league's biggest stars will clash in a can't-miss event hosting the Indy metro area, home of the Indy Ignite. Catch every serve, spike, and save live on CBS. Don't miss this historic showdown of volleyball's finest. The Pro Volleyball Federation All-Star Match on February 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Be there.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up, Oscar!
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Hey, man, you all right? Need me to call 911? No, call Top Dog Law. Get top dollar for your accident at TopDogLaw.com. Once again, that's TopDogLaw.com.
3 consecutive Super Bowl titles. A three-peat.
They will stand alone in the history of NFL football.
That is a feat to be celebrated.
What are you going to say then? You'll have nothing to say. No more excuses to make.
It can't merely be dismissed as the outcome of ridiculously biased NFL officiating.
They put their stamp all over this run.
3 straight Super Bowl victories is unimpeachable.
Your Eagles are world champions.
Ah, well.
Guess that's not happening.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
3, 2, 1. It's over. The Philadelphia Eagles have won Super Bowl 59. They have beat the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22.
Judge Jansen, come on down. Welcome to the party.
They put up 40, Brace! 40 points on Steve Spag's defense! 40! What a game. Oh, thank you, Jalen Hurts, for winning me all of my props except for one. Thank you. MVP? Brace, that was easy money. Who wouldn't? It was, Brace, it was always Hurts. It was always Hurts.
Always.
What a game. What a day. Grace, I was celebrating like after at halftime.
Yes.
I'm celebrating. I'm like, we won. My family thought, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. I'm like, guys, you can't jinx this. You can't jinx this. They are significantly better than the team they played against. Like, significantly better. There was no jinxing that.
No.
They won. Like, it was, you know what's amazing? The second half was just a celebration. Like, it was a party as soon as halftime hit. And damn, did I have a good time partying, Brace.
It was over when Bradley Cooper introduced the team.
Yes, it was over when the matchup was set. It's always been over. I think it's been. I had the Eagles winning the Super Bowl in like week 7. It's been over since week 7.
Didn't you tell me the Detroit Lions are better than them in December?
I said they're still good. Like, it's a team I would worry about, but I like the Eagles.
Okay.
I've been on the Eagles.
Oh, we're just checking receipts. That's all.
Yeah, the receipt said that Detroit was good. And, like, I didn't want to count them out, but after about the 18th injury.
It was pretty easy to see that this Eagles team was
so good.
Was not going to be denied. It was pretty easy to see that this team right here, the way that Howie Roseman has put them together, has hit and even had some misses. Like, Bryce Huff was a miss.
Huge miss.
Big money. Bradbury still on the hook, getting big money this year. Howie Roseman was able to convert on so many of his draft picks over the years to signings. You know, the backup quarterback being called upon was good enough to get the job done. Getting Saquon. It's one thing to say that you want Saquon. It's another to go and get him. Were the Eagles the highest bidder? I don't know. Were there other teams that had an opportunity that could have made a higher bid than the Eagles? Of course. But Saquon was saying, you know what? That place, they win. They win. And it starts with Jeffrey Lurie, who has made the right decision throughout the course of his tenure as an Eagles owner. You saw it last night from 2000, the success that this franchise has had just in the 9 years. Super Bowl championship 2017, made it back to a Super Bowl 2 years ago, just came up shy by 3, and then getting back to the promised land in 59 and doing it again, winning another Lombardi. What a run by this franchise.
It's an incredible run, and Howie Roseman's the architect of it all.
Correct.
Like it is, and there's a lot of like flowers to go around for everyone.
Bro,
and like
we're gonna spread them.
Like, yeah, right. I'll spread it to Nick Sirianni. I'll spread it to Jalen Hurts. I'll spread it to the defense, Vic Fangio, Kellen Moore, everybody. But it all starts with Howie Roseman has continually, each and every year, looks at that roster, is able to get it better, reconstruct it a little bit, add something new into it. Like running backs, he never used to spend for, but I think Howie Roseman saw an opportunity to get a special player and got him, and it made the difference for the entire year. And it was the reason why I think they're Super Bowl champions now and weren't a couple of years ago. So this is all Howie Roseman over and over again, making the right moves. You know, personnel wise, this was about as deep of a team. They were so good that you could go to your third string quarterback and win a football game against a team that's trying, against a team that has their starters in. You had your backups in with a third string quarterback and still won a football game. Do you know how tough that is to go into your second, third on your depth chart and those guys be about as good as some starters? This roster was unbelievably deep. It's one of the best football teams I have ever seen.
Absolutely. But, you know,
it's one of the best football teams I've ever seen.
And to what your point is, too, as well, it's like you said, we're not going to make a mountain out of Kenny Pickett and Tanner McKee. But when it's called upon and you want to win a game, that is there. But look, the offensive line, anytime somebody got dinged up, somebody slid right in. It was
all the time. Guys moving in so many different positions.
It felt like there was never
I think
a drop.
Jordan Mailata and Lane were out for some time. I know Mailata was out for a good while. Yeah. Fred Johnson comes in and he was amazing. Like it's incredible that even at a position that Kansas City's been trying to figure out an offensive line for years and didn't. Obviously,
looks like they still are.
They looked terrible last night. But all these teams are looking for offensive
Milton
lines.
Williams looked like Orange Sapp.
Oh yeah, and he really did. Oh, Josh Sweat and Milton Williams made a ton of money last night. Yeah. Good Lord. But yeah, their offensive line, they've been struggling. A lot of teams struggle to get offensive linemen, and the Eagles are like 3 or 4 deep. It's not only just the starters.
But
You can go 3 or 4 deep into your bench of offensive linemen and be getting starting quality play.
And it's not
That's
just,
incredible.
And it goes on because he brought in Dotson, and Dotson might have not have lived up to what people thought he would do, but he was a very capable player in that position, in that role, was called upon last night, had a big catch to get things going, right? Kenny Gainwell, people were trying to sell me the idea that he could be a one. I don't want to get too crazy, but he's a hell of a back to have in the backup spot. Shipley, when he's getting PT, you could see that he is somewhat of a player early into his career. We could just go down the list, and as we pointed out with the defensive line, guys that were making plays, like Josh Sweat led this defense in sacks, so no surprise he had a career night last night. But the way they dominated up front, that they were able to reach that extra gear, getting the ins and outs and keeping them loose. And, Jalen, I don't know what the snap count is, but they were keeping them rotated, right? For the linebacker position, Kobe Dean goes down. Burks steps in. Burks was a madman this year.
Burks was amazing.
One of the most
really
forced
good.
fumbles on the team in that limited role. The secondary. How about Avonte Maddox? Didn't you like the fact that he made that play last night?
Yeah, I did.
Like,
that
cool
was
is
awesome
that?
to see a huge
How
play
cool
from
is
him
that?
because he probably knows he's been struggling.
Absolutely,
he's
he
not getting on the
knows.
field as much as he used to. So he understood.
Yeah.
But to make that play, that's awesome. I felt so happy for him to see
Across
he
the
made
board.
that play. Yeah.
Reed Blankenship. I never thought Reed Blankenship was as good as he was when
Nobody
he got his
did.
opportunity to start. Like, yeah, okay. Sure. Show it to me. Prove it. He's that damn good. Howie Roseman saw it. Nick Sirianni saw it. Vic Fangio saw it.
And just think of how many rookies made significant plays, or at least were impactful. Cooper DeJean, obviously, like the biggest one because of the interception.
Quinyon and Coop.
But Quinyon was great. Coop was great. And how about Jalix Hunt? Jalix Hunt was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's incredible that they were able to bring in like a rookie class of impactful players.
Yeah.
Like, and guys you wouldn't really expect it from. What was Hunt? He was a 3rd, 4th round pick. Like, dang, man. you mean you went 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, 3rd round. So your first 3 picks in the first 3 rounds of the draft were all impactful players in a Super Bowl. That's wild. That's wild to me.
That's Howie Roseman. Gangster. Also, again, decisions had to be made. We'll revisit all of them. Mark Henry Jr. is working on a top 10 piece of moves this year that led him to a Super Bowl. I just want to point this out because he deserves a lot of credit. And he had a bad season where I think he missed 8 field goals. Where Jake Elliott was not living up to the Jake Elliott standard that he set.
It was awesome to see him he was locked in.
He's had an unbelievable playoff run. He missed those extra points in the LA game, seemed to let that go. And then last night, his number got called a few times, and he put it right through the middle every single time.
Jake will have a chance now at a 50-yarder. The ball is snapped, spotted. The kick is away. It's got plenty of distance, and it is good. Jake nails it again. And the Eagles have 40 points.
Could have very well said, you know what? Who else is out there? What else do we got? I'm not trusting Jake. Is this the time to move off of him? These are difficult decisions that a general manager must make. And he has to realize that maybe it might not be worth it, right? Maybe when this guy gets into playoffs, that's when he's going to be his best because the light is shining brighter than ever. I don't know, but Jake Elliott deserves his flowers, as you said. Special teams, across the board, punt game, coverage. We talked about the Kansas City Chiefs who had a great return against the Bills. We talked about the Kansas City Chiefs on special teams who had a great return to open the game against the Houston Texans. That's a team that will make a move when they need to via special teams. And the Eagles were ready, who, oh, by the way, got burned, which was probably a good thing against the Commanders. They probably were saying, all right, that's the one. Now you got us. Now you got our attention.
Yeah, and special teams.
All 3 phases. Yeah. Every single player last night, John Jansen.
It was. And that's the thing about Kansas City is like if one part of your game is not kind of doing well, they take advantage of it. And a lot of the times, actually in this postseason, it's been special teams. Special teams has been a big reason why Kansas City got back into the Super Bowl. But the Eagles are better. on special teams, defensively, offensively. Like, and I figured, I was confident in the Eagles. I had bets all on the Eagles, but there was a significant talent gap in between the offense and defense, but I was worried maybe in those smaller areas, the other stuff, the special team stuff, like, are they going to maybe make mistakes? Because they had in the playoffs already, as you just mentioned, all of them. Jake Elliott was missing kicks. That was something I was worried about coming in, not a worry at all. Like, it was another part of their game that was just rock solid. Everything was rock solid. And that's what it takes to beat a team like the Chiefs the way they did. You got to be great in all three phases, and they didn't give Kansas City any breathing room to figure it out. And that was amazing.
What you doing for love on Friday, John Jansen?
What am I doing for love?
What are you doing for love? It's the Super Bowl parade on Valentine's Day.
I have a date with the Lombardi Trophy.
Oh, yes.
That's what I have, Bryce.
Kick these feet up today. Today's just a fun day. Oh, what a day today. Woke up early.
Did you?
Chased the broccoli. Woke up early. Got the broccoli.
I'm struggling today.
It doesn't.
Celebrating comes at a cost.
Everybody.
Yeah, I know. Celebrating's fun. Sometimes too fun.
Walked outside with my daughter to take her to preschool at about like 8:50 today.
Okay, nice.
As soon as we get outside, she goes, "Daddy, it's like a graveyard out here. There was no cars." She literally said this to me. It was so funny. Yeah, it was wild. I'm like, what? No cars, birds chirping. They're like my neighbors, their cars weren't in the driveway, nothing. It was a ghost town. I just said, yeah, Super Bowl day after Super Bowl, which also is funny. Real quick, 10 seconds. I heard somebody on VSiN over the weekend. They're from the West Coast. They go, yo, just saying, like, I've never said that we need a day off after the Super Bowl. When you live on the West Coast, like, the game's over by 9. You're good to go. You want to celebrate? Sure, go to midnight.
That sounds great.
Yeah, I was like, damn, all right, that is interesting. I've never thought about it.
I would be completely fine with that, but that was a late night. Late night, early morning for me, Bryce.
Hey, look, the comments are open. Come on, we want to hear from you. Get involved in the conversation at socials. Fox PHL Gambler, once again, the Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Come on. The Lombardi is returning back to Philadelphia. We're going to be hitting on it all right here on The Gambler. Luke Arcaini and Joyce at 4 o'clock. Don't go anywhere. Short timeout. More after this.
3, 2, 1. It's over. The Philadelphia Eagles have won Super Bowl 59. They have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22. It's their second Super Bowl win in 7 years. What a game. What a season. What a team. The greatest Eagles team in modern history. Eagles fans, savor it and rejoice.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm to upgrade today. Restrictions apply.
Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
The Eagles are the world champions as they denied the Chiefs a third straight title with that blowout win in Super Bowl 59 yesterday. Philly QB Jalen Hurts, he was named the game's MVP. Meantime, the New Orleans Saints, they're grabbing Eagles offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. They'll make him their next head coach. And on the court, the 76ers are set to lose Joel Embiid for a long period for another knee surgery. Sixers have lost 3 straight. I'm Scott Davidson.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Grease the polls because Bourbon Street has officially turned midnight green. All things Big Game 59 right here on The Gambler.
One of my favorite parts from last night's game was when the Eagles had a nice little lead. I think at that point in time, it was 27-0, I want to say. And they bring it back from break. And you heard the booth, Burkhart and Brady go, they're probably going to choose some clock. I think this is where they choose some clock. And then all of a sudden, Jalen does this.
From the Kansas City 46, Eagles take over 1st and 10. The shotgun snap, the fake handoff. And Hurts drops back 5, winds up, one arching pass. Down the middle, it's caught over the shoulder in the end zone. Touchdown, Smith. And that may make it insurmountable. 46-yard touchdown strike. 33-0 Eagles.
Yeah, as the great Harlan on the call, Kevin Harlan, excuse me, with the Westwood One call there. I can't get enough of it, John Jansen.
Kevin Harlan's great.
Oh, he's the best. Now, in the 4 o'clock hour, around 4:30, 4:40-ish, we are going to relive last night's beatdown via the Kansas City Chief Radio Network. They are very passionate. If you don't know who the announcer is, the play-by-play guy, you will know exactly who he is.
Oh, yeah.
With his voice and his call, as we have lived with the domination of the Kansas City Chiefs for the last 2 seasons.
Yes, you have heard touchdown Kansas City
Correct.
about 1,000,000 times over the past few years.
That is correct. And something tells me we're going to enjoy that one a little bit more. That will be coming our way in a little bit. Luke Arcaini is going to join us in the 4 o'clock hour as well. I would like to hear from the quarterback. I can't get enough of this man right now. He is he's proven himself, and there will be a day for us to debate and argue and about the metrics and the analytics. But I told you, John Jansen, for one man's take over here, if he goes out there and wins a Super Bowl, I can't get down with your guys' conversations about levels and and you can't have a comeback this week. That's the deal. Like I'm going to simply say this dude better be discussed when you talk about the great quarterbacks in the league. I don't care where you have him, but he is in that tier now. He is in that tier, and you can't say anything today. If you want to debate
I will
that,
not today.
If you want to debate that, we can get into that a little bit later this week. Have some fun with
That's
it.
fine. Yeah.
Philly debatable, run it back. Not today, my friend. Jalen Hurts played his ass off, outdueled Patrick Mahomes when he needed to. And, of course, played a great game in Super Bowl 57. All the man does is win. But very humble, and spreads it around as well.
Number one, defense wins championships. Defense wins championships, and we saw how they played today. We saw the difference they made in the game, and they gave us opportunities, gave us short fields, and we're able to do what we do.
We're able to do what we do. You know, the defense will get a ton of shine, and there were a lot of people and they should. Yeah, you're right. There were a lot of
set the tone.
There were a lot of people that were saying, "Oh man, you got to have Josh Sweat win the MVP. You got to have Milton Williams, whatever it may be." And I'm we know how it works. We talked about this a ton last week when it comes to the voting. This is why you needed to take Jalen Hurts.
Plus 350 was a great number. You had to go get Jalen Hurts
for the MVP. But just bringing it back to the defense, one quick sound from last night, real quick.
They will run out the clock and head for the locker room as the seconds tick away, and the Eagles are up. Oh, it's unbelievable. 24-0.
Merrill didn't know what to say. At halftime, I went live. The stats at halftime were mind-boggling. Just numb. 13-1 first downs. They held Kansas City to 1 first down. They held Kansas City to 23 total yards. 23 total yards in 30 minutes of play, 2 quarters. On the biggest stage ever. 13-1 first downs. The Eagles scored 24 points. The Kansas City Chiefs had 23 total yards, 3 yards rushing, 20 passing. This was a beatdown like we've never seen before on a Super Bowl stage. They were 1 point off from the all-time lead at halftime. 25-0 was the biggest lead. 24-0, we'll take it. They had 6 sacks. They were 1 off the mark there. Like, this was a beatdown beyond proportions imaginable that we've ever discussed before on a national stage featuring the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, it was one of the most dominant defensive performances I've seen. There is no weakness on that defense whatsoever. One maybe part of their game, their defensive line, sometimes it's okay, or at least edge rushers, they're okay. Nothing like special, but they're good. They were special last night. Like, everything about this defense, it's one of the most dominant defensive performances. They set the tone over and over again last night. They won that game. And again, you give your flowers to everyone. Nick Sirianni, Kellen Moore, Jalen Hurts, even A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, offensive line. Offense, it will get its due, but the defense was what they won them the game. Their defense was spectacular. And I've never seen an offense get so rattled right from the jump. I mean, they were rattled. They couldn't do anything. And Mahomes felt like he knew right away that they had no juice against that defense. And man, they pounced all over him over and over again. Like, Vic Fangio is incredible. What a great defensive coordinator. Everybody, again, on the offense, from edge rushers all the way up to safeties, were just phenomenal. That was impressive. That was extremely impressive.
Oh, it was, and then some. It was, and then some. All right, Luke Arcaini is going to join us on the other side. Love to get you involved out there. Everyone's checking in via socials. Continue those comments. A little bit later in the 4 o'clock hour, we will relive Super Bowl 59, courtesy of our friends over in the Kansas City Chief Radio Network. All those great calls. Oh, it's going to be a fun week. It's going to be a fun few months. It's going to be a great offseason all the way until we kick things off in week 1 on Thursday Night Football at Lincoln Financial Field, where we unveil another Super Bowl championship banner, courtesy of the Philadelphia Eagles 2024-25 season. Once again, Bradley Cooper on the way out. Luke Arcaini on the other side. More after this.
All right, from the city of brotherly love, your 2024 NFC champions, the
Fox Sports Radio, The Gambler. Now, total traffic for Philadelphia.
Watch for a slow down on 42 northbound, approaching the Blackwood Clemson Road on-ramp. Crash there, it takes out the right lane. 95 northbound, that's heavy Girard up the bridge. Southbound Jan Coffman to Bridge. A westbound Schuylkill, so University to Vine. And Jan Boulevard to Belmont. All right, to tell it, total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever.
perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
On Saturday, February 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, it's the Pro Volleyball Federation's first All-Star match. The league's biggest stars will clash in a can't-miss event hosting the Indy metro area, home of the Indy Ignite. Catch every serve, spike, and save live on CBS. Don't miss this historic showdown of volleyball's finest. The Pro Volleyball Federation All-Star Match on February 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Be there.
Hey, Sean Brace here. Now, when you shop local, you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference. Gerhardt's Appliances, they've been serving our community for over 80 years, supporting the neighborhoods we call home. Instead of sending your hard-earned money to a national chain, support the home team at Gerhardt's, proudly serving all of Philadelphia, Glenside, Doylestown, Malvern, Ardmore, and beyond with top-quality appliances and unbeatable local service. Shop smart, shop local, shop at Gerhardt's. Visit Gerhardt'sAppliance.com or visit any of their 6 locations.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
So what if I need a new one? We have the right Duralast battery for you, only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Have you made your favorite station a preset on our new and improved iHeartRadio app?
Wait, what?
What about your favorite podcast?
You could do that?
Yeah, you really can.
Whatever you choose, it's as easy as a tap to make a preset. And with the all-new live radio dial, it's easier than ever to discover new stations you'll love, plus a new trending section and the lyrics to all your favorite songs.
Love the new look of the iHeartRadio app, guys.
It's everything you love about your car radio in the palm of your hand. Find out what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
Your home for Villanova basketball is WDAS and WD273D, Fox Sports Radio Philadelphia. Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Green. That's green. Enter it now.
FoxPHLGambler.com. Once again, FoxPHLGambler.com right now.
Fly, Eagles, fly!
So here's Mahomes. What's he got left? Pressure again. Decked! Ball is out! And the Eagles have it! Milton Williams with a strip sack. Philadelphia takes over.
Recapping that special night in New Orleans is the Daily Ticket with Sean Brace.
Bring it on in. The party continues. And down on Bourbon all the way up to Broad, coming our way on Friday. The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Fun first hour. It's going to be a fun week. Joining us right now via the Gambler stream. You know him, you love him. Luke Arcaini, he was out there partying into the midnight hour. Jansen struggling. He's sweating.
Dude, I'm
hurting.
Battling right now.
I'm hurting today.
You know what? You know what? It's a good day to battle. All right? Just survive in advance until Friday. That's all my mindset is. Just survive in advance. Get to Friday.
Luke, Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, you're damn right they are. I I wanted to bring a cigar on the show today like you, but they all got smoked into oblivion last night after the game, so I ran out.
Big Al had it ready to go. Right?
Yeah. What? What'd you say?
The old man?
Not really. We watch at home. Watch at home. Watch at home with the old man. Now 2 for 2 when I watch Super Bowl with Pops. So next year, once they're back, I will have to be at home again. Yeah, we partied last night, to say the least.
Yeah, so did the Eagles. And look, the game, again, how many ways can you discuss a beatdown? But it's more so about showing the proper praise where it's deserved, right? And we talked about the coaches right from the jump, Sirianni having this team ready to go, Kellen Moore for the people out there that were losing their minds over the Adam Schefter tweet at midnight on Saturday. Like, folks, you know how Shefty goes about his business. He is a bona fide weasel. He will sit on it until the proper time. And it's a shame, but that's what he feels like he needs to do.
It's just like glorified PR work.
You know, it's like, come on, Shefty, you're above that, dude. Everyone,
and I don't know, maybe that's just the job description now. Like he's not a reporter.
No, he knows.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows that if he releases that on Saturday in a dead time, that's not him just throwing it up against the wall. It's like him working with people behind the scenes going, oh, by the way, I have this. Whether it came down signing the dotted line on Friday or whatever, we all knew that this was going to be the case. Kellen Moore was going to be the next head coach. And then he releases that report. And that article had some venom to it. I'll just say it that way. Those words were dripping with some venom. And I just like, nobody needs this right now. One, Adam. And two, like, screw you, man. Like, this is the same deal of dropping Rodgers, wanting to trade from Green Bay during the draft. It's the same deal, just different teams, different players, yada, yada, yada. But I digress. Kellen Moore deserves a ton of flowers today for keeping it focused and dialing it up and getting the game plan and throwing the deep bomb to Devontae, attacking with AJ. You know, you think about it from the first half, the drives that they had, I think the one was stopped via penalty. And then the other one was stopped because of penalty too with AJ. It was like, wait a minute, you're lucky because there's a good chance if those things didn't take place, the Eagles would have scored points on those drives. Steady in the boat is all I was saying. AJ gets called for pass interference. I'm losing my mind mentally because I'm saying if you're going to call that ticky-tack call, you're going to have to be consistent with it for 4 quarters. We're going to be through, like, it's going to be a flag fest.
Yeah, that was the really unfortunate part about that penalty is it came right in the beginning of the game. You're like, okay, well, is that
whoa?
Now you got to almost keep that up through the rest of the game. Luckily, like nothing really came up after that.
Correct.
A lot of weird. Good Lord, what happened with all those snap penalties? Good God.
All
what
on
were the Eagles
kickoffs,
doing?
too.
Yeah.
Or field goals.
Yeah, field goals. And what is happening with that? But other than that,
Rick Lovato really blew his chance at Super Bowl MVP on those.
Gosh.
Unbelievable. What a game. What a win. Get involved in the conversation. We got Luke Arcaini, John Jansen, Sean Brace. We're running 3 wide. Coming up a little bit later in this half an hour, we will continue to talk about I will continue to give you sound from the game, but we are going to focus our energy on the Kansas City Chiefs radio network. All right. Now, again, Jalen is the topic. And it's not about, hey, look, you know, he needs to be in the same playing field as Mahomes. Nobody's going to sit here and say that. Mahomes played his worst game going up against one of the best defenses he's ever faced in Super Bowl history. Right. The stats are there. You can't argue. Number 1 defense all season long, whatever.
That was like Peyton Manning that one year. I mean, that was a much, much, much better offense.
Seattle.
But going up against Seattle. Yeah, it was very much reminiscent of like that defense just didn't give him any answers.
Which
even a quarterback as good as Peyton Manning or Patrick Mahomes, sometimes defenses like they don't give you any answers. And what can you do?
And if you listened to the Daily Ticket last week, I said that this game was going to remind you of that game. How about
we
that?
only speak facts.
That's a great call. I was confident in the Eagles. I wasn't like confident, like, you know, big score like that.
Smack them.
Very well
Smack
done.
them down on a national stage. Again, Jalen Hurts the top. And it wasn't a surprise that he won MVP, but we'll entertain if you wanted to take Jalen Hurts off of the MVP list and have fun with me here as we celebrate this Super Bowl championship on this Ultimate Victory Monday. Who's next up for you? Who was getting the call if you could not give the MVP, the co-MVP?
That's an easy one.
Oh, that's an easy one. John Jansen.
Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat was phenomenal.
Why?
And the amount of big sacks, the fact that he was pressuring Mahomes, like you get those interceptions, you get Mahomes off his passing placements, like everything was because Josh Sweat was just amazing, and he was really almost in his back pocket all game long. So yeah, to me, Josh Sweat was the one that if you're going to give it to anyone on defense, like who set the tone defensively, who was the one that really sparked it all, I think it was all Josh Sweat. He was great.
He had an unbelievable game. I would
can't use Josh Sweat. Who you going?
Defensive side of the ball, I would say Milton Williams. I mean, the dude was freaking everywhere last night, man. He was the highest graded player in the entire game on PFF rating. Like, dude,
really?
It feels like if it wasn't Josh Sweat, and it felt like it was Josh Sweat every other play, if it wasn't Sweat, then it was Milton Williams. The dude I felt like was just in Mahomes' face like every single play. It's just like there's just every time I see a stat today, they just get crazier. And I keep going back to the fact that they didn't blitz one time. Every single time that I read that stat, I laugh more every single time. They didn't blitz one time last night. Not one.
They rocked Mahomes' world rushing 4.
And they didn't blitz it. They rushed 4 all night. It's Fangio. Like if you could give a Super Bowl MVP to a coach, like it would be Vic Fangio. Like you just beat Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce in the Super Bowl, and you didn't blitz them one time.
A 3 and out. Was it 3 straight drives back to back?
Turnover on downs, strip sacks. Dude, like it was every play. Like there was not. I think it was one play they had that went over 20 yards, and I think it was the Worthy catch. That's it. Like it was every single play. There was somebody in the backfield. Like it was absolutely absurd. Like they made the Chiefs O-line look like a high school football team out there last night. Yeah. Like it was just
if you closed your eyes for a second, or excuse me, if you took the numbers off of the jerseys back and just looked at the game, you would have thought Milton Williams was Jalen Carter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You would have. You absolutely would have. Absolutely. And then I mean just like the secondary too. Like I said this earlier. Obviously, DeJean's getting a lot of love from the secondary today. I didn't hear Quinyon Mitchell's name one time last night.
Yeah.
That's a good thing when you're a corner. I didn't hear Darius Slay's name one time last night. That's a good thing when you're a corner. See, one of my favorite plays of the entire night happened in the first quarter, and it was the Travis Kelce drop, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson laid his head into the side of Travis Kelce. After the play, could have been called for a late, probably would have been a soft call. But all of a sudden, Travis Kelce gets up, and he gets all in C.J. Gardner-Johnson's face after the hit. And C.J. Gardner-Johnson stands there like this with his hands behind his back. He doesn't say a word to him, and he just stands there and stares at him. And he does nothing else. Nothing else. He was like, I'm not getting in trouble. I'm not getting a penalty here. I'm just going to rip you into oblivion, turn around, stare at you, and then walk away. Like, they just, every single person on the Eagles played an unbelievable football game last night. Every single person. There was not a bad player on the field. And the funniest part is, like, seriously, and I can't even believe I'm saying this, out of the starters, if you rank the games played by every starter last night, offense and defense, Saquon Barkley might be in the bottom 5. And they still put up 40. Like, it was exactly what my name on the StreamYard is right now. That's all it was. B2. That's it. It was one of the most unbelievable football games I've ever watched. I never felt nervous. I've never been more mad when they called that offensive pass interference on A.J. Brown. But the biggest turn for me, and I get like the DeJean pick 6, that was like the first moment where I was like, all right, this is theirs. The biggest play for me last night was when they got that offensive pass interference on A.J. Brown. And then they came out, immediate 3-and-out after that.
Mm-hmm.
Immediate 3-and-out. They took Mahomes right off the field. That play never happened to A.J. Brown. And then it was touchdown, punt, field goal, interception, punt, touchdown. Like, it was just dominance, man. It was dominant. It was absolutely dominating last night. It was, look, it was unbelievable.
There were a lot of people, I'm sure, in the back of their minds going, Mahomes is going to figure this out. Mahomes is going to turn this into a ball game. Mahomes will figure this out. I never did.
Not last night.
I feel like
not with how that game is going, because we've seen over and over again, if you're getting pressure, like Luke is saying, if you're getting pressure without blitzing and you're just rushing for, we have seen the greatest quarterbacks of all time not be able to beat that over and over again in the Super Bowl. That's what happened to Tom Brady against the Giants, and that's what happened to Mahomes last night.
Defense coordinator's wet dream.
Yeah,
rushing for, and it's like
we have seen now multiple times where like the greatest quarterbacks ever don't have an answer to that. So if you do that and you do that very well, get pressure without blitzing, get pressure with 4 down linemen, it's like what there is no answer that any player coach can have to that. There's nothing you can do.
It really was similar to the Strahan, Umanora,
it felt
Justin
like that.
Tuck, those 4 at the front for the Giants when they went up against the almighty Patriots back in 2007. You're right about that. Luke, to your point, the 3-and-out to start the game, of course, the Eagles got the kick and could not really get anything going there. The opening drive stalled out for the Birds. They punt, and they go the Kansas City Chiefs get the ball. Mahomes passed short right, was able to convert it for 11 yards. Think about that. That was the first play.
That was their second biggest play of the night.
Correct. They finished with 20 total yards passing in the first half. 11 of it came on the first play. And then it went, this was the moment that I was like, whoa, this is different. Was that right there on 2nd down and 9 after they moved the chains, 2nd and 9, the first pass to Kelsey. And it was like short and wide. And Kelsey's like, it was rushed and it just was out of sorts.
And you know what that was? You know what that was? That was the CJ Gardner-Johnson hit. That was it right there. He just popped him in the hip, stood up, and just put his hands behind his back and didn't say a word. And that was when I was like, they're about to lay the hammer on these guys.
Yep. The Chiefs went, listen to this. They go punt, 4 plays on the first possession, punt. Then they go 3-and-out. Then they go 3-and-out. Then they turn it over, interception, touchdown. Then they go 3-and-out. Then they go interception, 1 play, and then they go 3-and-out. And that's how you closed out the first half. It's just like saying that out loud, seeing it, reading it. It's just not even real. It's just not real. That's like preseason football. We're trying to work out some wrinkles. Maybe our starters are playing. On to the next one. We're going to bury that game film. Nope. That was the Super Bowl. That was the biggest stage. Everybody was watching. 80,000 plus in the Superdome. Eagles Nation, Eagles fans all over the globe going berserk again. Bradley Cooper, give it to me.
All right, from the city of brotherly love, your 2024 NFC champions, the
Kings.
Was it over right there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that when it was over?
Yes. Yeah. Turning point of the game. Turning point of the game.
They put up
Other
40.
side, take us into the world of the timeline. We're going to talk about some
40.
memes. We're going to talk about some other stuff that maybe popped up on your timeline in your social media bubble. Love to hear more. Mine started and ended with Trent from Book It Sports, who took the Kansas City Chiefs.
Thank you for the donation, Trent. Thank you, dude.
Please.
Thank you, Trent.
Luke,
Thank you, Trent.
Luke, I want to do this.
I'll get a bunch of clips in the StreamYard. We'll play them all on stream.
I don't need that. I don't need that. What I need from you, help me out here. All right, because he's a good sport. I would love to raise money for the Alzheimer Foundation. If you could create me a T-shirt with that face, with Trent's face,
I can do that.
We'll see if he'll get involved. Anything raised, we'll go right to the Alzheimer Foundation. I would love to be able to see if he could do something like that with us. Been following him from the beginning. It's amazing to see his ride to where he's at right now, and to the point that everybody knows who he is, that he's got guys waiting outside his hotel to take pictures with him. It's just hilarious because we've seen him from the moment of his existence with Book It Sports. But those guys and gals do a great job, and of course he has fun with it, and he gets a lot of big time bets wrong. But don't we all at the end of the day? Sure.
Not like that.
Not last night.
I promise you,
what,
Sean,
special.
not like Trent.
No. Well, he does wager on everything, so do we. But at the end of the day, man, we take notice of his losses a lot more than everybody else. I love it. That face was awesome. And apparently he got like 1 million+ TikTok followers off of it. Pretty cool stuff. All right, we're going to keep it moving, having some fun. Coming up at 4:35, we'll relive the beatdown.
So maybe some food for thought, too. What was the biggest play of the game? Like food
I haven't
for
eaten
thought.
anything.
Okay.
In
Yeah,
like
I know. I've had a half a bagel today.
I'm going to eat the cigar.
No, I guess because there's so many big plays. Like, I want to know what's the biggest play of that game, or like the best, like the one that every time we look back at that Super Bowl is like, what's the one play? Because I think we do it. The Eagles Super Bowl run last time in 2017, 2018, we always talk about the Patrick Robinson one and then the Brandon Graham strip sack or Philly special. Like, what is the defining play, I guess, of this playoff run or of the Super Bowl?
Think on that. Luke will give us his answer on the other side. We'll have the sound to back up all of our answers as well.
How's the shirt?
Yes. Can I get it in the? You know me. I like my purple for Bayou. Down in the Bayou.
Gotcha.
Give me some purple.
Purple. Whatever you want, Sean Brace.
Look at that.
We're gonna clip it. We're gonna send it to Trent. And see if he'll get involved. I'm sure he's licking his wounds at this point in time. A tough loss down there in the Bayou. All right, daily ticket rolling out. We're gonna have some fun. Don't go anymore after this.
Fox Sports Radio, The Gambler. Now, total traffic for Philadelphia.
Good afternoon. Monday drive home. Things are definitely a little bit lighter than normal on this Super Bowl Monday. A Schuylkill westbound just jammed Boulevard to Belmont, eastbound so Girard to South. Boulevard northbound backed up Schuylkill to Broad. 95 northbound heavy Girard up the bridge. Southbound Jan Cobb in the bridge. And then so Ridley Park to the Commodore Barry. Watch for delays on the Vine Expressway. Both ways, Schuylkill to Broad. Blue Route northbound stacked up 95 past McDade. Lara Tatella, total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
On Saturday, February 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, it's the Pro Volleyball Federation's first All-Star match. The league's biggest stars will clash in a can't-miss event hosted in the Indy metro area, home of the Indy Ignite. Catch every serve, spike, and save live on CBS. Don't miss this historic showdown of volleyball's finest. The Pro Volleyball Federation All-Star Match on February 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Be there.
See DallasStillSucks.com for details. Gary Barbera Jeeps are super cheap during Super Cheap Jeeps Week. Hello, right, Superbirds Coach Nick?
Boy, I guess.
Jeeps, Jeep. Gary Barbera's making the Big Easy Big Game Playoff payoff. Jeep Grand Cherokees, $16,666, and that's why Super Coach Nick picks Barbera.
This is Coach Sirianni. Is Barbera the best? Boy, I guess.
Or drive a super discounted Barbera Ram like our man Brandon Graham.
Boy, I guess.
Barbera's got Big Easy credit.
Philadelphia's credit connection.
And super cheap Jeep Grand Cherokees.
From a crazy $16,666.
Tell him, Superbirds Coach Nick.
Barbera the best? Boy, I guess.
Jeep Grand Cherokee, $16,666. Well qualified class.
Hell yeah.
DallasStillSucks.com.
Barbera!
Gary Barbera's super goal to stay in control of the most Jeep sold.
$16,666.
Boom shakalaka.
Jeeps cheap.
Super cheap.
Is Barbera the best?
Hang on, you tell him, Brandon Graham.
Boy, I guess.
Go Birds. I know, yeah. DallasStillSucks.com.
My name is Kyle Tequila, host of the shocking new true crime podcast, Crook County.
I got recruited into the mob when I was 17 years old.
People are dying. Is he doing this every night?
Kenny was a Chicago firefighter who lived a secret double life as a mafia hitman.
I had a wife and I had 2 children. Nobody knew anything.
He was a crazy man.
He was my father, and I had no idea about any of this until now. Listen to Crook County on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Crook County to start listening.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up, Oscar!
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, man, you all right? Need me to call 911? No, call Top Dog Law.
Get top dollar for your accident at topdoglaw.com. Once again, that's topdoglaw.com.
Recapping that special night in New Orleans. This is the Daily Ticket with Sean Brace.
Welcome back to the Victory Monday, also known as Super Bowl. We are the champions. Hello, I'm Sean Brace. That's Luke Arcaini, John Jansen with me. We're streaming live. Everybody's checking in. Great people obviously listening right now. Gerald Colton, who was at the game, who will be live tomorrow, another all-pro Philly show. Now, there is supposed to be snow, so we'll talk about that more tomorrow, whatever. Not focused on anything negative. Trust me, if we can get there, we're doing it.
Yes.
All things this week. It does not matter. We are going to be live. We're going to be live at night. It's time to celebrate. It's time to enjoy the fruits of our labor, man. We cover this thing from day one. And it's just is really cool. I'll tell you what, fast if I could. Gerald Colton has an unbelievable video with Scott Hansen from the Red Zone coming your way. It will be via on our timelines. Tagging Gerald, tagging Hansen. It's an amazing video. It's insane. It's insane. I can't wait for people to see that. 2 is I was kind of all over the place afterwards. I did a hit with Fox Sports Radio National. They bumped me back because they had people there. So I understood, nature of the beast. So I was live, but I wasn't able to really see much of the post-game immediate celebrations. I miss Sirianni with his kids, him crying. I missed that. Good, I can't wait to go back and watch that. Yeah,
I can't wait to go back and watch because the post game. So I was too busy celebrating with my family and all that. It got crazy. So it took me away from the TV for a bit. But man,
if anybody has something to recommend post game celebration, love to hear that.
Definitely send it my way because I want to see some.
Jeffrey Lurie, as you see the shirts that they're rocking on the stage, I got mine today. Luke and I are rocking the hats. I ended up buying this shirt. I couldn't pass it. Oh, you're wearing the shirt too as well. Same.
I got shot glasses, pennants, cups,
Did you get
hat. Oh yeah. Come on.
What'd you spend?
140.
Okay, I spent 194. 194.
Yeah.
They got me quick, man. It was a quick 194.
Well, I'm gonna probably spend $20 more on if we do one of these shirts here.
Yes, that is gold right there. Book it with Trent. We're gonna cut this up, send it to him. After he gets an opportunity to lick his chops later this week, we'll see if he's in. I would love to sell that shirt and any proceeds raised, especially via the Eagles, right to Alzheimer's.
One more time.
Yeah. So we'll see if he gets involved with that. That'd be great. If not, hey, maybe we put it out there without his permission and see if we can raise some money. I know I want one because that is just perfect. All right. We before we went to that break, we talked about the play that I guess, Jansen, do you want to focus more on, is there a play that speaks out, that stands out a little bit more from the NFC Championship game? Is there a play? I think if we're going to talk about the play, as you pointed out, looking back on 17, of course, it was the Robinson pick 6. And that was an NFC Championship game. The Brandon Graham strip sack, the Philly special.
Yes. So those are the 3 plays, I would say, from that Super Bowl run that stand out. So that to me, it's 2. To me, it's
anything from the championship game.
the Saquon Barkley run in the NFC Championship game. The first run, that's the defining one. That's the one people are going to go back and watch over and over and over again. And I think Cooper DeJean, because that's when I thought like, oh, this is happening. Like, that was such a game-changing play. And the fact that it was Cooper DeJean and it was a pick six, I think that one to me stands out a lot.
The one for me, I would say it's if not the DeJean pick, and I guess you could say the game was, I would say, over by this point, but the icing on the cake for me was the Hurts to Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Like when he threw that ball right in the breadbasket, that was the play where I pictured Jalen Hurts turning to the sideline, crossing his arms, and just being like, yeah, we just won the Super Bowl. Like, and by then, yes, the game was probably over. They were up 27-0. But like to go up 5 scores and to throw a deep ball after, and it's like, for me, it's like the icing on the cake is the thing that people said all year that Hurts can't do. It's the deep balls down the field and the passing game, and just drops it in the breadbasket. Somehow Devontae Smith, the first player from Alabama to ever score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Just an absurd stat when I saw that last night, as long as you don't count Hurts from Alabama. But Devontae Smith is the first player to ever have a touchdown from Alabama in the Super Bowl. That was the play for me last night.
I feel like Luke sounds like Sirianni. Does he?
I don't know.
Sound
I got a bit of the raspy going on today.
Yeah. It's like it sounded like, hey, you're not the only one. Hell, I didn't even go out last night, and I put a video out, and it sounded like my voice was raspy. Shout out to Beef. I think Beef's going to be joining us in the 5 o'clock hour.
Is he?
He was all over the place, and he crushed it last night. Beef is on top. The Hector boys, they represented in a big way. Tubbsy was out there all over the place. People were smashing Tubbsies. Oh, the elephant's coming with us down to the parade. All right, quickly on this, because I love it. You said the 2 plays that, of course, I'm thinking of as well. John Jansen, the play that you opened up with, it's hard to top, but it did not come from the Super Bowl, so I think we'll be able to top it. But yes, it's the first play from scrimmage against the Commanders NFC Championship game.
Pitches it out to Barkley, takes off to the outside. He's at the 50, he's at the 40, he's at the 30.
He's going to go.
15, 10, 5, touchdown! Saquon Barkley, 60 yards on his opening touch.
Yeah,
that's when you could tell something special is happening. Like the special thing, because we got that a few times too with the Eagles in the other previous Super Bowl run. You got plays like that. You had games like that. The last 2 games were blowouts, or not blowouts, but you played like extremely well your last 2 games. That it was very reminiscent of it, and that was the one where you could tell like this is special. This is definitely special.
Yes, I absolutely. I still don't think that was this is the year for me playing this playoffs. I think for me, it was the long run in the snow game versus the Rams. I think that when they put out Saquon running with his arm up, screaming to go to the end, like that was when I was like, all right, yeah, this is probably it. Like that,
the replay
game and to set the tone was awesome. But I mean, dude, that snow run and everyone in the stands is throwing snow in the air and Saquon screaming, running down the field. Like that was for me, like, this is the year play.
That's a good one too.
We got the replay going on in studio, and they're running it back. Cooper just introduced the team. To me, the greatest intro, and that was the turning point of the game. Quickly on this other side, again, we got you till 6 o'clock. Gambler Gang's joining us at 5 o'clock hour. Luke's hanging with us for another segment. Jansen's with us full show. We'll continue with the audio, just reliving the moments from last night. Anything out there from the people, love to get you involved at Fox Beach, Gambler on socials. Hit us up on YouTube, subscribe, tell a friend, all that and more. Other side, though, we are also going to do this. We're going to relive Super Bowl 59 via the Kansas City Radio Network. That's right. The Chiefs calls only. On the other side, it was such a beatdown. I can't wait to hear. And this is going to be the first. I haven't listened at all. I have them written out, ready to go, 1 through 9. They're short clips. The beatdown was on from the jump. I want to hear the tone. I want to taste it. I could smell the fear in these files right now, John Jansen. I can't wait to play this on the other side. Now, with that, the Hurts to Devontae Smith to make it 34-0 after the extra point was converted. This is how it sounded on the Kansas City Chiefs radio network. First time we're all going to listen together. Unbelievable. Super Bowl 59, Kings of the NFL, your Philadelphia Eagles.
So the Eagles leading 27-0 have grid field position at the Kansas City 46-yard line. Hurts will fake to Barkley, wants to throw. He's throwing deep. Going down the center of the field. The pass is going to be caught for a touchdown. Philadelphia burning Jalen Watson, Devontae Smith. A 46-yard TD. The Eagles go for the jugular, and they found it.
Oh, yes, they did.
That's actually a good call.
Other side. Super Bowl 59.
The Eagles went for the jugular, and they found it.
Champions! We're going to relive it courtesy of the Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network. Don't go anywhere more after that.
Body to body.
Looking to elevate your golf game? Welcome to Penn Club on 2nd in the heart of Conshohocken. With over 350 courses to choose from, 3 state-of-the-art simulator bays powered by TrackMan technology, and a members-only clubhouse open 7 days a week. We're all about the ultimate golfing experience. Enjoy the perks of a family-owned club with affordable membership options for individuals, teams, and even corporate groups. Conveniently located near major highways, you can bring your own beverages and enjoy top-notch food at restaurants nearby. Visit pc2conchi.com to find your membership today.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
On Saturday, February 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, it's the Pro Volleyball Federation's first All-Star match. The league's biggest stars will clash in a can't-miss event hosting the Indy metro area, home of the Indy Ignite. Catch every serve, spike, and save live on CBS. Don't miss this historic showdown of volleyball's finest. The Pro Volleyball Federation All-Star Match on February 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Be there.
Want weight loss meds like Ozempic for less than $3 a day? Future Health, the best weight loss medication provider online, delivers fast. So go to tryfh.com now.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Master of horror Stephen King raves about the monkey. You've never seen anything like it. It's insane.
The monkey that likes killing our family, it's back.
Critics are calling it the most fun horror movie in years. It's a bloody, bloody, bloody fun time.
Dad, I'm scared. I know.
From producer James Wan and Longlegs writer-director Oscar Perkins comes the horror movie event of the year, The Monkey. Rated R. In theaters February 21st.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your nature-made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song. Get your max tax refund guaranteed, and new customers get $100 to switch. Don't miss the boat. Book an appointment with experts today. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
Clouds will be on the increase overnight, and it'll be a cold one, low to mid-20s for your temperatures. It's cloudy and dry most of our Tuesday. Snow arrives in southern areas very late in the day, but it's really the overnight hours that we see the accumulating snow. 1 to 3 inches in the city, 3 to 6 if you're heading south into southern New Jersey and Delaware. I'm meteorologist Adam Joseph with your 6ABC forecast.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
So here's Mahomes. What's he got left? Pressure again. Decked. Ball is out. And the Eagles have it. Milton Williams with a strip sack. Philadelphia takes over.
Recapping that special night in New Orleans. This is the Daily Ticket with Sean Brace.
Tell you what. The jealousy set in for me mainly Thursday night, Friday, like, you know, the woe is me. I can't believe I'm not down there. Everybody was down there. Legion was partying. Quimby invited us. I couldn't go. Like, you know, it started hitting home. And a lot had to do with the vibe. Like, I love New Orleans music. I love everything about New Orleans. Very Vegas-esque, yet not Vegas. And to be honest with you, I would assume that one of the best, if not the best spot to have a big game, a Super Bowl. You know, I think we can pinpoint that there's pluses anywhere, minuses anywhere. But one thing that hit me was the NFL engagement, or the activations that they had spread out through all of Bourbon Street and all that, the indoor. Nobody was in there. Everybody was outside. Everybody's at the bars. Everybody's on Bourbon Street. Everybody was doing something because it was a perfect city to host the Super Bowl. And, of course, the Eagles rolled down there deep, 85-15, if you want to take Portnoy's word for it. Everybody else was saying that. That's what it was like on the streets. Inside, courtesy of Bradley Cooper, you heard how loud it was. It was a home atmosphere for the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, we got a lot to get to. Luke's hanging with us. Luke Arcaini, Sean Brace, John Jansen with you. A lot of people checking in. We appreciate the feedback. Let them know what we do here on The Gambler live Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. As we were just discussing, the sounds of Super Bowl 59 and what's the play that you will always think back on moving forward when we recap and relive the beatdown that was in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. Let me go ahead and add in a few new tracks to the rotation. Pop these in your queue, if you will. Yeah. Courtesy of our friends over at the Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network. Here's how last night's game sounded with commentary provided by myself, John Jansen, and Luke Arcaini. Now, gentlemen, things got off to a great start for the Kansas City Chiefs. They won the coin toss.
Kansas City, you are the designated visitors for tonight's game. What is your call?
Tails.
Tails is the call. Tails is the call. It is tails. Kansas City is going to toss the further choice in the second half. You want the ball.
Nice.
Which way do you want to kick?
The Chiefs have won the toss. They defer their choice to the second half.
Oh, game over.
Game over. Chiefs win.
That's it. That's it. All right. So, you know, a little pep in their voice. Win the toss. They get to choose how this bad boy starts. Let's go. None of that mattered. Of course, we already went through what took place in the first half, specifically on those first drives. Finally, the Eagles get the ball down to the 1 yard line. Dotson tackled and kept out of the end zone. And man, money shifting all over the place. Jalen Hurts cashes everybody's best bet. As usual, he finds the end zone. This is how it sounded, courtesy of Kansas City Chief Radio Network.
The signature Philadelphia play, the tush push. Hurts big behind the big line. Long count, trying to draw the Chiefs off. He tries the left side and will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, his fourth rushing touchdown of this postseason.
Oh, how about that, sports fans? So there's your
I love he knew that play was going to work. You could tell in his voice.
No chance.
He knew he was about to call a touchdown play
Yep.
for the Eagles.
You're right about that. All right. And then we keep it moving. Of course, after that touchdown by the Eagles, the Kansas City Chiefs went 3 and out. Jalen Hurts throws the interception, which was tough after 11 plays. They get it all the way down there, throws the interception. What happened there, boys? What happened? Just a missed assignment, not on the same page. Expect A.J. Brown to make a play. Luke, what happened on that?
I think Hurts was maybe just for the first time in months. I think he was maybe just like trying to do a little too much. I think he needed to get the ball more to the outside of the field. That's a ball that you would rather go out of bounds than be over the middle of the field.
It's a good call.
And it was just a bad throw. That was the one bad throw he made all night. Luckily,
it was bad throw he's made in weeks.
In weeks, yeah.
I just feel like he was forcing, like pressure got there, they blitzed him, and it just felt like he tried to make.
Honestly, I think he was trying to end the game right there. That was trying to be a hero play down to just lofted up, and it was just a bad throw.
All right,
but hey.
Chiefs get the ball back. Of course, they go 3 and out. Eagles get the ball again. 7 plays. Jake Elliott come on down, field goal. But we move on to the next possession by the Kansas City Chiefs. And it wasn't 3 and out because they didn't get an opportunity to punt. But essentially, it was 3 and out because on 3rd down, Mahomes did this.
Chiefs are 0 for 3 on 3rd down. They have 3rd and 16 here. They shift the pocket right. Mahomes will throw it on the run. It's intercepted. Intercepted by the Eagles at the 30. Near side 25. It's DeJean. 10. Inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia on a pick 6.
God, why is he sound excited?
Goosebumps, man. Like just goosebumps right now.
That's the play. That's the one.
Is it?
That's the one.
Interception. Pick 6 is the one.
That is the
play.
Where my Super Bowl party where I was at, that was the play that everybody went most nuts on. Like that was the one.
My man,
I
couldn't believe it. Like couldn't believe what I just watched.
I went absolutely berserk when he got into the end zone. Like, no, yeah, all right, yeah. I think it's time. That is officially stamped as the play. That is the play of Super Bowl 59. That might be the play that like defines the entire season for me.
Two quick ones, real quick. Number one, when you watch the game, and I got a 5-year-old, she like gets scared the bejesus out, like when I get nuts. So like I had to like temper. I'm like, oh my god, he's getting to the house. Second one is Spectre Art, tremendous follow. Dude does an unbelievable job at Spectre_Art. Would love to get some stuff going with him, get him in the studio, talk a little bit more about what he's got going on. But he's got all the cards that he's doing that are specific to the player, AI, so on and so forth. He was down there in celebration, upper deck, and he caught this video of the DeJean interception from the aerial view and the raucous just celebrations in the stands afterwards. It's a great video. I retweeted it. Go ahead and check that out at Spectre_Art. All right. As we move on from the interception, it's now 17-0 Philadelphia Eagles after the Cooper DeJean pick 6 there. So we are at 17-0. Kansas City Chiefs get the ball back. They go 3 and out. They lose 6 yards total on that possession. Eagles punt. Next thing you know, on first down after the punt, where the Kansas City Chiefs are all looking at each other. Hey, we got this. Mahomes goes out there, pressure up the middle, and of course, come on down, all-pro linebacker Zach Bond.
17-0 Eagles. Chiefs 1st and 10. They stay out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Mahomes looking to throw, goes middle, and the pass is intercepted. Intercepted in the middle by Zach Bond. The second interception thrown by Mahomes in this half.
Something you don't get to say that often as Kansas City Chiefs play-by-play call. Mahomes picked off 2 times in a game, let alone in a half.
Yeah, and the second one is where you could tell the offensive line problems were becoming too big of an issue to overcome, because that's the one where he got like literally his offensive lineman's in his hip pocket as he's trying to throw, and nobody can throw in that. So that's Eagles defensive line dominated. That was a big example right there.
Yeah, I just want to note that on all of those offensive line problems, that they had all those problems when it was 5 against 4. Because once again, as we've said 4, 5, 6, 19, 27 times already on this show, the Eagles didn't blitz 1 time last night. So all those offensive line problems, it was 5v4 in advantage of the Chiefs every single play.
I'm like,
what's the next one? I'm ready for the next one.
I'm like the hyena from Lion King. Ooh, say it again. Come on. They blitzed it. Hey, they didn't have to blitz one time. Say it again.
That is a remarkable. That's a remarkable one.
Say it again. Mufasa. Come on. Stupid. All right, next one up. 2 plays. We're not running the football. No, A.J. Brown was already barking, "Get me the damn ball." And they followed suit.
Hurts will throw this time. Time in the pocket. He'll throw it left side. Caught. Angling. A.J. Brown, touchdown. A 12-yard crossing route. A.J. Brown. Chiefs got caught in a mismatch, and the Eagles lead 23-0.
That was the funniest play for me last night because I was watching that and I was for some reason like directly watching AJ on that play, and that was easily the loudest I screamed the entire game. I'll never forget it. The second I saw him make that outside cut, I throw it to AJ. I saw it. He was wide open. I was like, and honestly, like it didn't matter because he got it there, but like he was open 4 seconds before Hurts even threw that ball. Like he was wide open the whole time. Throw it to AJ.
What do we always say in the chat?
Slants across the middle.
Slants across the middle, always open. Just keep it
Most
coming.
free play in sports. AJ Brown slant across the middle.
All right, so this is funny because I didn't want to hear how this one sounded. Of course, we know what the score is. It's 24-0. Chiefs trying to get something going. Under 2 minutes at the end of the first half. And if you remember, this was the moment where the Chiefs knew that it was all but done. Chris Jones falls to the ground as he's watching the Jumbotron of DeAndre Hopkins, the sure-handed DeAndre Hopkins, who's got hands the size of Jansen's forehead. Doesn't drop anything his whole career. All of a sudden gets tackled by the turf and falls incomplete. And that was when, if you're a Kansas City Chief backer, you probably go, another shot, another round, keep the whiskey coming, barkeep, because this is over. Anyways, this is how this drop pass sounded, courtesy of our friends at Kansas City Chief Radio Network.
Mahomes into the pocket, moving to his right, throws on the run, wide open. DeAndre Hopkins drops the ball, and he was wide open at the 49-yard line. And it is all come unglued in this first half. DeAndre Hopkins someday will go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. There wasn't an Eagle within 10 yards of it.
I think that for me might have been a play where, and it wasn't as far as the Eagles, but I think that was the play for me where I saw it. And like that was the chance for Mahomes to start to bring this game maybe back into reach. When he dropped that was the Chiefs play for me where I was like, all right, this game's toast. Like,
that's when
that could have been another 20 yards. If he stayed on his feet, caught that ball, he was wide open. Like that could have been a touchdown for them. That would have been what, 24-7?
I don't know about that, but it could have led to a touchdown.
It was most likely in the red zone, and I would assume if they get down the red zone, they're probably finding something down there.
It was 3rd and 11. Kansas City's 29. So they did have a little ways to go. 40 seconds on the clock. We don't know how that would have came out, but it would have been probably putting points on the board.
That was just as far as from like a vibe standpoint, like the Chiefs, that would have been the biggest play for them that increased any sort of vibe so far the entire night. And then it was dropped
well,
they had nothing after that.
The ass kicking rolls on. Second half begins. Of course, we already went through, if you missed that earlier, first half domination, 13-1 first downs. The Eagles held the Kansas City Chiefs to 3 total rushing yards and 20 total passing yards. They had 23 total yards as an offense in the first half. The Eagles had 24 points. Just think about that, from boots to ass, belts to ass, whatever you want to say, offense, defense, special teams across the board. Now, second half, the Kansas City Chiefs, well, they get the ball and probably feeling pretty good about that, as they should. They could not get anything going, though. They did pick up a first down, 5 plays, 15 total yards, and resulted in a punt. Eagles get the ball. They go 12 plays, get a field goal by Jake Elliott. It's 27-0. Desperation setting in. Kansas City Chiefs go for it on 4th down, can't convert, so they turn the ball on downs back over to the Eagles, trailing 27-0. And this is when the nail was put into the coffin of the Kansas City Chiefs. A great call here.
So the Eagles leading 27-0 have good field position at the Kansas City 46-yard line. Hurts will fake to Barkley, wants to throw. He's throwing deep. Going down the center of the field. The pass is going to be caught for a touchdown. Philadelphia burning Jalen Watson, Devontae Smith. A 46-yard TD. The Eagles go for the jugular, and they found it.
That's such a good call.
Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Good night.
But you could just tell the defeat in that guy's voice. Good Lord. He just goes, because he goes, Jalen Hurts drives back to pass. Oh, he's throwing deep. Like, damn
Jugular
it,
line was great. That was great. Can we hear that one more time?
That's a great call.
How about the pass? Money. Think about the
Great throw.
distance.
Yeah.
That ball was on the money. Here it is again.
So the Eagles leading 27-0 have good field position at the Kansas City 46-yard line. Hurts will fake to Barkley, wants to throw. He's throwing deep. Going down the center of the field. The pass is going to be caught for a touchdown. Philadelphia burning Jalen Watson, Devontae Smith. A 46-yard TD. The Eagles go for the jugular, and they found it.
He's throwing
The best part, John, absolutely the best part. Hurts drops back. He's throwing deep. That's the best line of the entire
The tone of his voice just like changed so much. He's like, play action, and Jalen Hurts is throwing deep.
He knew it. He knew it.
Here we go again. Yeah, exactly. All right. And again, the sack that happened. All right. So here's what we got. After that, it's of course 34-0. The Chiefs actually come on down. They finally get on the board. We're not going to play those for you. But anyways, 34-6. No good on the 2-point conversion. Eagles get the ball back again. Jake Elliott converts 37-yard field goal after a 10-play drive there. So it's 37-6. And then we are now in I want to say that's the fourth quarter. I believe that is the fourth quarter. Yes, it is the fourth quarter.
I couldn't even tell you what happened.
So it's 37-6, and this was Mahomes trying to allow his receivers some time to get down the field. And when you are rolling the dice, when you got them dogs up front hunting and eating all evening long, you are playing with some serious fire, sir, if you don't get rid of that football. Milton Williams looking like a reincarnated Warren Sapp out there for the Eagles last night. Let's have a listen to this one. Of course, this is the strip sack.
Kareem Hunt's the running back. Ball will be snapped by Creed Humphrey on the far hash. Mahomes will throw. They press the pocket. Mahomes is hit and stripped of the ball. The ball is loose and recovered by Philly. Milton Williams, and they just absolutely crashed the pocket.
Yeah, crash the pocket, crash the party, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom line is the Eagles went up 40-6, and that's where I have done all my videos today. That is what I've been saying. Like, I get it, 40-22, finals, whatever. Put that to the side. It was 40-6, 40-6, 40-6. This game was done. Over. That's it. A dismantling, a drubbing, an absolute pulverizing victory by the Philadelphia Eagles at the biggest stage, Super Bowl 59. Doesn't get any better than that. Luke Arcaini, fantastic. Oh, you know what? One more. Come on, Sean. What are you doing? More. Yes, there's one more. Come on down.
Maybe the Kenny Pickett knee. How about that?
You want the last one?
You got the Kenny Pickett knee for me? Come on.
No, yeah. There you go. Exactly. The
Kenny
final
Pickett
call.
That's
How dare I miss the cherry on the top?
And the Chiefs lose it 40-22. The Philadelphia Eagles getting their second Lombardi trophy in their long history that dates back to the 1930s. Final score, Eagles 40, Chiefs 22.
John Jansen.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
That's it. And what a good night it was.
And what a
great night
good
it was.
night it was. Oh, man.
As always, Mitch Holtis is his name. Sir, if I could steal your catchphrase, you're saying you can doubt the Eagles, you can dislike the Eagles, you can disrespect the Eagles, but you're going to have to deal with the Eagles. Super Bowl 59 champions. Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Arcaini, fantastic job as always, sir. Final thoughts before you get out of here?
Now we got a Lombardi again. We got a parade on Friday. I'm gonna be out of my mind. I'm gonna be out of my mind on Friday. I need to go take a nap. Maybe have a cold one
Need
with
to
dinner.
take a week-long nap till Friday.
One again. Once again, you don't have to like them, but damn, they're a good football team.
Pitchers and catchers?
First workout's Wednesday.
How about it?
This Wednesday, 2 days. 2 days.
I like this.
Oh,
As we
we're
roll
right
in.
into the swing of
That's
things.
just
Vic Fangio goes to win a Super Bowl, and now his baseball team starts up in 2 days. Here we go, baby.
Luke, great job. Appreciate it as always. There he is, Luke Arcaini on the Gambler stream. Arcaini Luke on social. Read him at crossingbroad.com. 5 o'clock hour on the other side. Having some fun. E-I-G-L-E-S Eagles.
Bourbon Street has officially turned midnight green.
I always dreamed about it, but the dream wasn't just getting there. The dream was winning it. So that's what the mindset's at.
All things Big Game 59 right here on The Gambler. Fox Sports Radio, The Gambler. Now, total traffic for Philadelphia.
We've got delays in 95 northbound Girard up to Bridge, southbound Slow Cotman to Bridge, while Whippington to Girard Point Bridge, and Ridley Park to the Commodore Barry. Blue Route northbound, normal slowing 95 past McDaden, southbound heavy Broomall to Media Swath for Schuylkill westbound, Seoul University to Vine and Jam Boulevard to Belmont, eastbound Slow Conchock to Belmont, and Montgomery Drive to South. Busy on the Vine Expressway both ways, Schuylkill to Broad, Boulevard northbound backed up, Schuylkill to Broad. All right, to tell it, total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
My name is Kyle Tequila, host of the shocking new true crime podcast, Crook County.
I got recruited into the mob when I was 17 years old.
People are dying. Is he doing this every night?
Kenny was a Chicago firefighter who lived a secret double life as a mafia hitman.
I had a wife and I had 2 children. Nobody knew anything.
He was a crazy man. He was my father, and I had no idea about any of this until now. Listen to Crook County on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Crook County to start listening.
Hi, I'm Jenna Fisher. A little over a year ago, during a routine mammogram and ultrasound, I was diagnosed with triple-positive breast cancer. Caught early, many common cancers have survival rates well over 90%. The Screening Time Off program encourages employees to take time to step out for screenings. Be the world's best boss. Join Screening Time Off. Learn more and sign up at workingwithcancerpledge.com.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Claire. She loves her motorcycle, and she's learned to love the insects she encounters on her rides. She may not know the difference between a gnat and a mosquito at 55 miles per hour, but she does know one thing. It's always gross when one flies into her mouth. But she's so used to it that it's weird when it doesn't happen. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back with comprehensive and collision coverage from America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Stop. 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 Okay, that's enough of that. Kick out mucus and quiet the cough with Mucinex DM 12 Hour. Each bi-layer tablet suppresses your cough and treats the cause of your chest congestion by kicking out the excess mucus living rent-free inside you. And the best part? It lasts 3 times longer than 4-hour medicines, so you can get back to the things you love for longer. Buy now at your local retailer. Use as directed.
Your home for Villanova basketball is WDAS and WD273D. Fox Sports Radio Philadelphia. Your shot to win $1,000 is right now. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Win.
Win.
That's win. Enter it now.
You heard the man. Well, what are you waiting for? FoxPHLGambler.com right now. $1,000 up for grabs. Go and get it.
The Eagles are NFL champions.
We're going to run some clock, or maybe throw the dagger. Hurts going deep, final. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Coming to you live on a Super Bowl victory Monday. This is the Daily Ticket with Sean Brace.
5 o'clock hour underway here. Daily Ticket. Sean Brace, John Jansen with you as always on a Monday, having some fun. There's been a ton of Victory Mondays this year. None bigger than this one. We will be live tomorrow with the All Pro Philly Show live for Chickies and Pizza in Marlton at 6 p.m.
a Victory Tuesday celebration. Parade booked for Friday. Valentine's Day festivities get put on pause. Sorry, ladies. Sorry, boys out there. Got to pump the brake. I feel bad.
Hey,
yeah, I feel
what do you mean? A Valentine's Day date at the Super Bowl parade sounds actually fantastic.
Somebody
Sounds
got
good to me.
engaged last night. I saw that video on my timeline.
I know who didn't get engaged last night.
Who's
Travis Kelce. Everybody thought he was going to.
He was never.
No, he was not going to.
All right, let's go ahead and dive right back into it. The biggest ass kicking on a Super Bowl stage, John Jansen, yes or no? You know, because you had those Super Bowls. Look, the 49ers lumped up some serious opponents in their heyday. I remember Montana hitting Rice over the Cincinnati Bengals team. That was a good team. Like, not trying to be prisoner of the moment. It's just, it is interesting because people talk about Mahomes in a different light, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I don't talk about him in that same manner. This is one of the greatest quarterbacks. You said the greatest quarterback of all time. So if you defeat the greatest quarterback of all time to the point that he is, you know, his head is just moving around in every single direction like he's Beetlejuice, like, yeah, that you got to back it up, and you have to say, yeah, this probably goes down as the biggest beatdown in Super Bowl history. Again, there have been some lopsided affairs. The Buffalo Bills, lost to the Cowboys. The Buffalo Bills lost in their way of getting smashed. The 49ers beating the Chargers with Steve Young. That was a beatdown. The Broncos, they had a beatdown. Just thinking about
the answer to me, or at least in my lifetime,
the Denver Broncos losing to the Seahawks the way they did.
Seattle absolutely lumped Denver, and Denver fell apart immediately. That was a big ass kicking. That was a big one. So it's close. It's close between those two.
All right. Love to get people involved on that one at Fox PHL Gambler. We're going to have Beef joining us here in just a second. He's going to join us.
They were so rattled. Like, there was a snap that went 10 feet over Peyton Manning's head into the back of the end zone.
There is to borrow the term from Jamie Lynch over there at PHLY Sports, stat porn. You got any stat porn for me?
Stat porn?
Yeah, look.
I think that the best stat porn is 0 blitzes.
That is pretty good.
That's a great one.
Can you beat that as far as getting us excited? Get me all hot.
I'll have to look up maybe some, but that's the one. The no blitzes is immediately the best stat of the entire game, because that proves dominance.
Oh yeah,
that right there is dominance.
Smashed them. All right, from where we're at talking about Jalen Hurts versus Mahomes, and when one of the big things for me coming into this game, that again, if you're just joining us, 5 o'clock hour, brand new audience, but bottom line is I joined Fox Sports Radio, national radio show, Aaron Torres on Saturday night. They asked me for the official prediction, and I quote said, the Eagles are going to drop 40 on them. They are going to smack them. This is going to be a smackdown. And it was. The Philadelphia Eagles dropped 40 points total. I said 41, so I was off by a point. And the frustrating part was I had to give a pick or a number from the Chiefs' perspective, and I did not want to do that because I was like, I don't know, like, the Eagles are going to score 40. They're going to win this Super Bowl. You want to give the garbage touchdowns to the Chiefs? Okay, sure, 27. All right, so we were pretty close there. Ultimately, I hated doing that because I knew that this defense was going to be a problem for the Kansas City Chiefs offense. The receivers, Kelsey's a step slower. It just felt like we were buzzing. We had the playmakers, and I really did believe in the secondary more than anything, staying in the back pockets of those receivers. Now, life is made extremely easier when you're able to just rush 4, as you pointed out, and get after Mahomes effectively as they did. Even more, I don't know if that's a good word to use, effectively. It's a little bit more than effective. Let's just say that much. But when you think about what took place on that stage with Mahomes versus Hurts and Reed versus Sirianni and all the buildup heading into the game, 2 weeks of bulletin board material, regardless if Nick Sirianni said, clip it, put it up there. These guys watch TV. These guys walking through hallways, TVs are on. It's in New Orleans. They've been down in New Orleans since Monday, all week long, hearing about the big bad Kansas City Chiefs, who are going to win 3 straight Super Bowls, who, oh, by the way, are led by one of the great offensive play callers in Andy Reid. Oh, he's got the advantage over Sirianni. Oh, Steve Spags, 10 times better than Fangio. You kidding me? 24 defensive coordinator starts. Nobody's ever rushed for over 100 yards, even though they did hold Saquon Barkley to a ridiculous number. That was crazy to see. But still, all of the motivational factors, yeah, that played into last night's beatdown. 100%. No doubt about it. And I know they're going to say it. Believe it when they do. Believe it. And it was something that I've said from the jump that for 2 weeks we are going to hear nothing but Kansas City Chief talk, 3P, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, you name it. Not a lot of chatter about Jalen Hurts. Not a lot of chatter about that defense. Not a lot of chatter about Milton Williams or Josh Sweat.
Milton Williams.
There's Jalen Carter more than anything. And respect, because Jalen Carter gets double teamed every possession. But did you even hear his name once last night?
No, I don't think he showed up on the stat sheet at all. Actually, you want this for stats?
Stat porn.
He had 0 tackles, 0 sacks, 0 tackles for loss. Everything was 0. He did nothing. He had 2 QB hits. That's it.
Crazy. I just said Reed Blankenship. His name wasn't mentioned. Who else? Darius Slay. His name wasn't mentioned. Who else am I missing? It's just crazy to see what they were able to do. We're going to have Ryan Beef Coyle join us in just a second. If Beef was listening, I DM'd the link. Sorry, I got 100 things going on right now. I do want to point this out. Jalen Hurts, MVP, currently down at Disneyland. When you wish upon a star.
That, again, I want to reiterate.
I'm going to Disney in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's right. Nice.
Yeah, it's a first for the family. It's a first for me in a long time.
Are you nervous?
No.
Because that's tough. I always feel like that's tough for the parents. Like it's a hard thing to plan and do. And like it gets crazy and hectic. Especially I just think of my parents because there were 3 of us.
I just want the beef leg. I just want the leg of like the beef.
Turkey leg?
Yeah, the turkey leg. Like, everyone always has that at Disney. The best was I was late to the party as we're bringing in Beef himself.
Beef.
He's not late to the party. He is the party.
Yeah.
Tarps off.
We'll discuss that another day. But
listen to this. Listen to this, boys.
My God.
Eagles got their lick back, though. Eagles got their lick back.
All right, we're gonna hear from Beef as
we
much as we
can.
Yeah. No, just quickly on the Disney thing. I just want to say this much. We have this trip booked, and it's so funny because everything is filled up. It's my first time, whatever. And Kendall is a she's not the most outgoing when it comes to these sort of things. Like she's very, needs to know her surroundings, right? So she's a little nervous. So you don't want to book much, right? But regardless, I go to book something and they're like, yeah, no shot, dude. You got 60 days to book this and you got to be 60 days out too, locking it. So I hit up our president, Jeff Moore, who's a big Disney guy.
Is he really?
Oh, huge.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I said, hey, man, I figured I'd take a shot with you. You're the one that's connected more than most. Do you have any Disney connects? And he said, LOL, those things don't exist. So,
that's funny,
anyways,
though.
Jalen Hurts. He's down there.
Those things don't exist.
Those things don't exist. All right, Beef. I wanted to get you on. We don't need the X's and O's breakdown because you're fighting. So let's not turn you into Lee Corso here. Let's give me a little McAfee, though, because you were tarps off in the middle of Conshohock, and there's video out there. You had Tubbsy flying in the air. How was it last night? Take us through. When did the boys start? When did Hector turn into a hell house? Let's just put it that way.
I think it was at 2 p.m. 2:03 is when I opened up my first Michelob Ultra. I don't know what happened to my shirt. Like, it didn't come home with me. So I don't know when it came off, but it's probably still in the street on Fayette. But it was wild. It was pretty insane.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
You're gonna live there. He hits me up. He goes, "Wait, where's the pro shop by our house?" I'm like, "Google, bro. Google. It's your friend."
But I think
a pro shop by our house.
Sean put the over under at 100 for different people that did a Tubbsy last night on Fan.
No way.
It was
100 Tubbsies.
At least 100 different people, he said. So I think everyone in their Super Bowl pictures and Super Bowl videos
Are going to have a Tubbsy in it?
Yep. Yeah.
So if you don't know what the hell a Tubbsy is, please check out our social media page at Fox PHL Gambler. It's the next level, the next step in beer bongs. If you're familiar with the flamingo that you flip upside down, that's very popular in the summertime. Well, there's a new sheriff in town, and it's Tubbsy. And Tubbsy's purpose is for legit reasons. But I took the Tubbsy that I was given and decided to give it to the Hector boys, the Hector Street boys, Beef and Company. And I knew that they would be able to use it better than most. And they did that. And
they have
then
delivered.
Some. Oh, yeah.
Delivered.
So Tubbsy in the wild is this elephant where you basically pour the beer in the backside and then it comes out of the what do you call those? The nose, the snout.
Yeah.
What do you call those things on the elephant?
The snout. Yeah.
All right. The snout.
No, the elephant trunk.
The trunk.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
The elephant trunk. Tubbsy. We got to paint Tubbsy. We got to get her a good paint job for Friday.
Yeah, and so Tubbsy lost its trunk actually last night, but miracle happens. I'm walking to the car to work today, and I just poking my head around. I see it in the middle of the alley. So Tubbsy's snout has been found. I also went to work for 2 hours, sweated profusely at my desk. My boss wasn't there, so I just left.
Nice.
I said, I'm not doing this today.
Good work by you, Beef. I like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Work was not fun. It is not.
Playing
I'm
hurt.
not having fun right now.
Playing hurt, boys.
This is hard. This is bad.
You weren't giving a whole lot after those sound bites. I'm like, yeah, Jansen's cooked. He's done.
Oh, I'm so done.
That's all right. And we bring in Beef. So if we put you two together, maybe I'll get to like 50%.
That would be, if you just put us on a show together right now, it'd be the worst show you've ever heard in your life. It sound awful.
I don't think the 6 cigarettes I had last night helped either. So.
Oh, a little sig action.
Only 6?
Victory cigs for the boys.
I think 6 after game. I think I had like 3 at halftime. That was about smoking that Chiefs pack.
Smoking that Chiefs pack, baby. All right. So look, here's what we're asking today, Beef. Is what's the play that you will look back on throughout the course of this run, and it would define this championship mentality, this championship theme for the Birds. Of course, if you go back in the year of 2017 when they did get to the top of the mountain, you had the Philly special, you had the pick 6 NFC championship game, you had the strip sack for Brandon Graham against Brady. We've had a couple good ones, but is there one specific to you that you're like, yep, that's the play that I'm going to think about from the Eagles championship run in 2024-25?
Yeah, when you point to last night, I would definitely go the DeJean pick 6. I think when he had that pick 6, I was kind of just like, it's over type vibes. But I point all the way back to week 3 when I was at the game in New Orleans. That Dallas Goedert catch on 3rd and 16. That game was over if they don't convert that first down. My friend Sean said we were at the game together, and he said I punched him so hard he thought he broke his ribs on that catch. So it's a play I always remember. They go in, he has an 80-yard catch on that play. They go in and score it, and they win that game. If they lose that, they fall to 1-2, potentially 1-3 the next week with the Tampa Bay loss, and who knows if we're sitting here today. So I think that play flies under the radar, but a season-changing, season kind of defining play.
You know what? I love the memories. I love that you were able to get down to New Orleans, and of course, to do it again. It was very cool to see that happen for a lot of Eagles fans. It was a home game last night, but you're right. That play really was like, okay, Eagles are winning this Super Bowl. So, with that being said, let's have a listen. First of all, this is from the great Merrill Reese and the Eagles Radio Network.
Back goes Mahomes. He's rushing. He's looking. It's intercepted. It's intercepted. Running with the football to the 25. Down the far side is the team. And the team is in for a touchdown. Happy birthday, Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean with a pick for a touchdown. A pick 6 in the Super Bowl on your birthday.
Pick 6, birthday, young buck. Making his name known. You think LeBron's going to pass him by again? Nope. No shot. Beast out there, man. Beast. And to the point that, like, next year, let's have that conversation. We don't want him returning punts anymore.
Yeah.
Get him off that. Yeah, he's that good. With that being said, keeping it moving, let's go ahead and listen to how it sounded courtesy of the Kansas City Chief Radio Network.
Chiefs are 0 for 3 on 3rd down. They have 3rd and 16 here. They shift the pocket right. Mahomes will throw it on the run. It's intercepted. Intercepted by the Eagles at the 30. Near side 25. It's DeJean. 10. Inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia on a pick 6.
So good. And Sirianni sprinting down the sideline. That's what everybody knew. It was like, all right, this is a lopsided affair. Now, look, with the people that are still hopeful that Mahomes and the Chiefs are going to find a way to make this an interesting ball game, there's a lot of average fans out there that were just like, man, give me a ball game. There were plenty of people that had wagers on the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're saying in the back of their head, hey, man, Mahomes, he's going to do it. He's going to figure it out. He's going to get them back into the game. Just never had a chance due to that defensive line. Beef up front, Ryan Coyle.
Yes, sir. That he just looked puzzled from the start. They were never able to get into a rhythm. I think I saw that first pass he had to Juju. That was their only first down of the entire first half, and it came on their first play from scrimmage. So, absolutely dominant performance. Pay Vic Fangio, give him whatever raise he wants to assure that he stays at the DC for at least the next 5 years. But hats off to the defense. Jalen played awesome. Jalen played great. But as a unit, as a collective team on that defensive side of the ball, one of the more impressive performances from an Eagles team in history.
Well said. And I'm not going to try and make you work too much today. So get some rest. We got ourselves a big week. And we're going to be doing something Friday. That's going to be a long day and night, of course, carrying us into the evening hours. I might even think I'm going to have to hop off the wagon for this one.
There it is. Hey!
There it is. That's not going to be good in the household. But, like, come on, man.
Once in a life.
Really?
Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Once in a life. Exactly. I was kind of like, man, I wanted to go out last night, but I said, why don't you stay refreshed, stay ready to go for today? And it's been a fun time reliving it. But Beef, thank you for a couple minutes here, man. Get some sleep, get some rest, and go find that shirt.
Yeah. I'm going to
raise it to the rafters. Raise it to the rafters.
Yep. All right, boys.
There he is, the great Beef.
I thought I was hurting today.
No, have you not seen the videos of that guy?
I've seen the videos. Yeah.
That guy was shirtless, tarps off in the middle of the road, flexing. Beer belly. Ah, it's great. I love the Hector house. Them boys are ready. Them Hector boys are ready.
Yeah, they're wild.
All right. Let's keep it moving here. Having some fun. 5 o'clock hour. Once again, the Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champions, top of the mountain, John Jansen. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that
Me.
the birds?
I did. I thought it.
We all did here on this station.
Yeah, we did.
All right, 5 o'clock hour, keep it rolling on. I still have some plenty of other stats that I want to get to. Can't get enough of this stuff. Again, Jamie Lynch stealing it. Stat porn. Stat porn. Can I get a little sounder? It's the Daily Ticket. I'm holding it down by my damn self today. Everybody else is hurting, but that's all right. I'm here for you.
Oh, now you're all high and mighty because
Get involved in the conversation. Sober Sean.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, because I started doing it too.
I'm not.
When I was doing dry January, I'd be like, really? You guys
I'm not
are doing that?
acting all.
Yeah, it kind of feels like you are.
You know why I am?
I kind of feel
because I predicted the beatdown. That's the only reason why.
Okay, there you go. That's
Daily Ticket rolling on. Cooper DeJean to the house. More after this.
Three, 2, 1. It's over. The Philadelphia Eagles have won Super Bowl 59. They have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22.
Fox Sports Radio, The Gambler. Now, total traffic for Philadelphia.
Anytime on a Monday afternoon, we're jetting up on the Schuylkill, westbound University Divine, the Boulevard to Belmont. Eastbound, it's slow, Conshohocken to Belmont, then Montgomery Drive to South. Divine Expressway, busy both ways, Schuylkill to Broad, 95 northbound, stop and go Girard up the bridge, southbound, so Coppman to Bridge, then Walt Whitman to the Girard Point Bridge and Ridley Park to the Commodore Barry, Blue Route southbound, so going Broomall to Media Swarthmore, and northbound heavy 95 past McDade, Boulevard northbound, Jana, Schuylkill to Broad Street, Lyra Totella, total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mucinex DM 12 Hour. Got excess mucus? That's what's causing your chest congestion. So treat the cause and kick out mucus with Mucinex 12 Hour for chest congestion relief that lasts 3 times longer than 4-hour medicines. Buy now at your local retailer. Use as directed.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
On Saturday, February 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, it's the Pro Volleyball Federation's first All-Star match. The league's biggest stars will clash in a can't-miss event hosted in the Indy metro area, home of the Indy Ignite. Catch every serve, spike, and save live on CBS. Don't miss this historic showdown of volleyball's finest. The Pro Volleyball Federation All-Star Match on February 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Be there.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part, they accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
We rely on our cars a lot, but maintenance or breakdowns shouldn't slow us down. Say hello to Cruisin', your complete car care solution. Download the Cruisin' app to quickly order roadside assistance for flats, jump starts, lockouts, and more. You can even request mobile oil changes and car detailing, all from a peer-to-peer network of trusted help. Download the Cruisin' app and discover car care redefined. Go to CRUZENapp.com. Cruisin', complete auto care at your fingertips.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data, available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fee apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Hey, man, you all right? Need me to call 911? No, call Top Dog Law. Get top dollar for your accident at topdoglaw.com. Once again, that's topdoglaw.com.
The Eagles are NFL champions.
We're going to run some clock, or maybe throw the dagger. Hurts, going deep, for it all, Devontae Smith!
Coming to you live on a Super Bowl Victory Monday. This is the Daily Ticket with Sean Brace.
3, 2, 1. It's over. The Philadelphia Eagles have won Super Bowl 59. They have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22.
Can't get enough of it. 5 o'clock hour rolling on here. Daily Ticket coming down the home stretch. Got you till 6 o'clock. Appreciate everybody tuning in, checking us out here today. This is what we do Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Great hosts, personalities on the Gambler Gang. Mark Henry Jr. Tomorrow, we're going to have more Luke Arcaini. Spreading out Sam Osh. Sean Bernard's going to be in tomorrow. We got a lot coming your way. Of course, getting you ready for the upcoming parade on Friday. We're still trying to figure out where we're going to be. Some good conversations taking place behind the scenes. Some logistics, possibly being in a preferred spot that would raise the bar to other parade coverage that we have done before. It's iHeartRadio Philadelphia. Now, keeping score at home, this is our first one. We weren't in existence. The Gambler was not around in 2017. So we're looking forward to leading the charge for everybody on Friday. Beautiful day, of course, and it will be Valentine's Day. So love will be in the air. Tubbsy will be flowing.
All right, let's go ahead and do this. As I said, coming down the home stretch here in the 5 o'clock hour. Now, Jansen, again, I want to bring it up, but if you were on the show last week, then you're going to say, yeah, I heard this before. You're repeating yourself. If you didn't, then it's very easy for us to agree with. First and foremost, I love Kendrick. I have been a Kendrick Lamar supporter from day one. I doubted an album, and I remember it was like 2010, 11, like, well, all right. And then I was wrong. Ever since that day where I was like, oh, okay, you see how quality of a lyricist he is, the performer, he's unbelievable. I've seen Kendrick Lamar in stadiums. I've seen Kendrick Lamar down at the Trocadero for maybe.
Are you setting all of this up to say what I think you're going to say?
Well, no.
Okay.
Are you what
Are you setting all this up to be like he's great? It's
No.
amazing. I love him. But
No,
that was
no.
bad. Okay.
No. It was
So
great.
you like the halftime show?
It was great.
Okay. Awesome.
But the halftime show wasn't for everybody.
No, it was not. Definitely not.
And that's the issue.
But
because I think we got to stop that. That's the issue. Now we've had a few of these, right? Like, come on, man. Now we can mix it up a little bit. Because Kendrick, even to me, who pays attention, it was all new stuff. It was all new. It was incredible. It was a great performance.
Yeah.
It was top notch. It was all new.
I didn't know a lot of the songs. I know a few.
I didn't know the opener.
Yeah, I did not know the opener.
I was like, all right. So that's my point. My point is, I think we can open it up now. Like, I get it. There was a little bit of a pushback. Jay-Z's in charge of it. Usher was a little bit for everybody, right? Rihanna a little bit for, but now we can introduce something
Metallica.
else. Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
No, I get it. I do love that it wasn't for everybody though.
Well,
like I absolutely love that.
That's the wrong way to look at it. Though.
It's not the
It's
right because
Super Bowl.
I don't want just some cheap pop music up there. Like I get it.
No, that's
and
not
we
what I'm
always
saying
see
either.
that. But that's what it mostly is. Like I don't want to see Katy Perry again. I don't want to see something like that. Like I get Lady Gaga, I get, but these are all like very I don't know, it's just industry pop songs that we hear all the time. That was something that was unique. It felt unique. It looked unique. The way he presented everything was unique. The Uncle Sam thing with Samuel Jackson, fantastic. Like that was a really interesting halftime show. And that's not one where it's going to be trying to crowd please everybody. And it's just that was one where the artist wanted to have a little bit of freedom to do art, to make art. And I like that.
All right. Well, again, I liked it, but I could speak for a majority of people out there.
There's a lot of people who didn't like it. I thought it was crazy.
And you're talking about the number
Serena
one.
Williams was out there, dude.
Yeah, you're talking about the number one show across the board. So I think we can open it up a little bit now and try and throw a bone to the people that also, again, there were plenty of people that are plenty of people that are in the know on Kendrick that even, like I said, hand in the air that could say, all right, that was definitely very specific audience. Let's just
it was. It was definitely for, but I appreciated the hell out of it because that was somebody literally that was had the freedom, and I guess because he's so respected that he just was able to be himself.
Yeah.
And like to be really he's a very creative person.
Unbelievable performer. If you were new
really cool.
and you came away loving that, then go check out his Amazon performance in Paris.
Yeah.
It is incredible. Go watch it. You'll love it even more. All right, moving off of that. And just if you missed what I said last week, all I said was the people that like Kendrick are going to like it. The people that don't like Kendrick going into this.
Oh, that happened.
All right, exactly.
That happened.
But you know what? It could be the perfect Super Bowl halftime show and somebody's going
to hate it.
Like Usher was perfect last year. People were, getting their takes off. You know how it is.
Has there been a consensus? I guess like Prince has always talked about
Prince
as the consensus.
Michael Jackson,
that one was amazing.
Beyonce was good. But look, I think of Bruno Mars as one.
Bruno
of my
Mars
favorites.
is one of my favorites.
Bruno Mars is one of my favorites.
I have in my head all the time when he's doing the drum solo as they're like moving him across the field. Like, it was cool to see that guy's talent on display because he is one talented dude. He's amazing.
From the Star Spangled Banner, thumbs up on that one. Do you even remember the Star Spangled Banner? Who sang it then?
The national anthem.
Yeah.
John Batiste.
There you go.
I say his name wrong all the time.
Stephen Colbert's band director.
Is he really that?
Yeah.
I know he is like considered a musical
he's
prodigy,
unbelievable. Yeah,
like
he's a
genius kind of
genius,
thing.
yeah. And he
I
put
thought it was really good.
He put a spin on it.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
put
yeah.
a spin on it, and some
But
people were
only
like,
only
"Oh."
somebody that's as good and respected as that is able to do that.
Well, even then, people
Because like most of the time, I don't need
for
a
the
different version
home,
of it.
on the home and the home of the. I think that's it. He did it like 3 times. And then brought it in. I'm
and kept going up.
I like it.
It's good.
Look, it's the Super Bowl, man. Live a little. I'm down.
I don't think anyone's gonna beat Stapleton. Stapleton had a
Stapleton was great. That's why Sirianni was crying. They focused on Sirianni. They were hoping to get some tears.
They got Chris Jones again,
wiping his tears with the tissue. All right. From the pregame, which took forever, Lady Gaga down the street.
That was the most excruciating day leading up to a Super Bowl. That was. It felt like the day was going on forever, and I even worked, so I like had things to keep my mind going.
Ooh.
But dude, it took forever.
Yeah.
I kept looking at my phone. How is it still only 5? How is it still only 5:15? How is it still only 5:30? It was nuts.
Yeah.
It wouldn't get there.
We were all the same. Everybody was dealing with it the same
Oh,
way.
God.
I mean, maybe if you were down in New Orleans, you weren't really paying attention all that much. But anybody that was sitting around the TV was like, dude, really? Big deal from the Super Bowl perspective. A lot of unity. Unity. Did you get that vibe?
No.
Big push for unity, I thought. UNITY. Yeah, I did.
So I guess when your team is in the Super Bowl, I didn't pay attention as much to the Super Bowl stuff as I usually would. Because I like the Super Bowl. I like everything surrounding it.
We got
commercials, like everything.
Snoop and Tom Brady going, can you believe we got to do a commercial to bring everyone together?
I don't remember one commercial. I know there were movie commercials. Like everybody got to see Megan. There's going to be a Megan 2. So that's great.
What's Megan 1?
You've never seen the first Megan?
Is that the horror movie?
Yeah. With like the doll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Big push for unity. Now, of course.
But I didn't get that. I don't know.
I think that's there's multiple layers to it. Number one would be what took place in New Orleans a couple weeks ago for the national or for the college football playoff. Okay. I think that had a lot to do with it. Of course, you have to acknowledge it took place and do something special about that. I also felt like, you know what, the state of our country, politics. I feel like that, you know what, like I know we could all look back at it and go, yeah, all right, this is coming from a hollow place, but at least they were trying to do something in that spot, in that moment, playing fun music, sing-alongs. That was the vibe I caught last night. If I'm off my rocker, let me know at Fox PHL Gambler, but I at least give them credit for trying something different and realizing that with this audience, you can do something positive. And I feel like the powers that be with the NFL did exactly that. So I give them credit on that. At least if that was their approach, one man's take. That's all. Jansen,
I didn't get.
He's got nothing.
I didn't get. Any.
So you're the wrong guy to even bring up these commercials.
You are, because I didn't watch a single commercial. Did not watch.
I mean, take me to your party. What are you doing? What's going on?
So it's
there?
my brother's base. It's a lot of my.
Is there karaoke? Is there cards? Like how you not paying attention?
And we were playing music during like the commercial breaks and stuff. Yeah, we were having fun.
Who had the aux cord?
My brother Michael did. One of the singers of Gypsy Wisdom. So he's got a good music selection.
All right.
Yeah, it's good.
I think a Super Bowl party, you got to see the commercials. You guys skipped it, huh?
Yeah, we did not. None of us. There was not one, I think, person that really cared about it. Like any of the
from the start, from commercial one, it was right to the aux cord.
It was all very focused on the game. Like the game.
The game was
because Super Bowl. Because usually when you watch Super Bowl with like a Super Bowl party, you are watching it for a bunch of other things, like the performances and like you're just saying with all the unity stuff they did and all that. You're watching it for because it's a big pop culture event. But nope, laser focused on like we just want to see the game. That's it. I don't care about the commercials. I don't care about the whatever's happening pregame, whatever Lady Gaga is singing. I don't care. I just want to watch the game. I just wanted to watch football.
All right.
Was there a commercial that stood out to you?
Yes.
I don't. Okay. Were there any funny ones?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought Bud Light had the best one with Gillis and Post Malone. I thought that was great. It was the cul-de-sac. What was there?
I feel like I've seen that commercial.
The Big Minute cul-de-sac. where they had a leaf blower. They're putting the Bud Light, shooting it over to the other neighbors. There's like, oh my God, we got an invite again. Bringing the neighbors together. I tip my cap to that. I thought it was funny, and Shane and Post were really good together. There was some quick one-liners.
I saw the Dun Kings are back. I did see that.
They were rolling them out like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
So I have an ad in front of me, or a post in front of me from the USA Today folks over there. They, according to USA Today's ad meter, they ranked the top 10. Pfizer knockout number 10. There was LL Cool J's "I'm Gonna Knock You Out," whatever. I thought it was all right. When Sally Met Hellmans. That was a Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan throwback there to When Harry Met Sally. Good movie if you've never caught that, John Jansen.
I have not.
Okay. Uber Eats, Century of Cravings, which was Matthew McConaughey.
That one was weird.
I think that was out earlier, too, if I'm not mistaken. I saw something with him set up in the Bears, the sweater like Ditka, so maybe I've seen that before.
That was such a weird commercial.
Bud Light Bigman on cul-de-sac steals number 7 for them. The NFL flag, which is pretty cool. They got a lot coming up with the NFL flag, of course, with the Olympics now involved. The girls teams that are playing NFL flag football for the league. It's getting a lot of views, and hopefully they're creating a monster. And, oh, by the way, Pat McAfee dressed up as the principal of said school. And Pat McAfee bald. I loved it. Also, number 5, NFL Somebody. And it was the, I believe that was kids across New Orleans being involved with that one. Impactful repetition won the night for NFL second spot. They go into the Eric Armstead, who was the man of the year. He was involved in that. Stella Artois, David Beckham, always a good thing there. 3, Michelob Ultra, the Ultra Hustle. I thought that was very good. Really good. William Dafoe and Catherine O'Hara. Does that ring a bell for you, Jansen?
No.
Those are actors and actresses.
I know.
Yum.
I know. But I don't know any of that.
You know, somebody asked me a movie question at the Wings on Saturday, whether or not Superman was Marvel or not. I go, I need Jansen.
That's not even a movie question.
I need sober Jansen.
Yeah,
that's what I need. I need non-hungover Jansen.
Thanks.
I didn't know.
Wait, you don't know which one Superman is?
They asked me it was Natalie Eganoff. We did a video, and she goes, is Wonder Woman Marvel? And I'm like, never ask a question you don't know the answer to. Yeah, I didn't know either.
I'm not even a superhero guy, and I know these things.
They're
DC. They're DC.
Correct. DC comics. It was Marvel Day. The Wings lost.
Yeah. So no Superman.
It was
no
great game.
Batman. Do you know who Marvel is? Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay. You okay? Yeah. Wolverine. You can go X-Men. They're Marvel.
Groot. Marvel.
Yeah. Groot. Yeah. The Guardians of the Galaxy.
Lay's number 2. The Little Farmer. She planted a potato. Thought that was good. And number 1.
You said planted a potato.
Planted a potato. And number 1, according to USA Today, Budweiser first delivery. Nice work across the board by all those big brains putting it together and spending.
Any movie ones catch your attention?
$1 million per ad. No, it's a good question. I don't remember any movies, to be honest. Oh, Captain America, which is also Marvel. Yes, Captain America.
That's the one that caught your eye.
Anthony Mackie. Is it McKee? Mackie,
I think. Yeah.
That's
the only one that caught your attention was just
I don't remember
generic Marvel movie. Megan 2.0.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I have no idea.
I'm actually kind of interested in the new Jurassic Park movie.
Oh, I did see that.
It looks a lot better than the Chris Pratt ones. The Chris Pratt ones were bad. Yeah. They were not great.
I did see that. I thought the who's the girl in Jurassic Park?
Wait, in the new one?
In the new one.
Scarlett Johansson.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Scarlett.
Scarlett's in it. And the guy who played Fiyero in Wicked is in it. So he's having a big run right now. Jonathan Bailey.
Okay. Very nice. All right, coming down the home stretch, that was our hit on all things commercials and K-Dot. If you have constructive criticism, love to hear from you. Today is not
my guy Glenn Powell was in a commercial too.
Today is not a day for hating. Today is not a day for anything negative in our lives.
You want to discuss Jalen Hurts? You want to debate Jalen Hurts rankings, quarterback? Right? You don't want to do that right now.
Got him number 1.
He's number 1.
Are you with me? Actually, are you with your damn self? All right.
Jalen Hurts is number one in the game.
Yeah, this is one day and like probably week, month that I really don't care to have any Jalen Hurts discussion because what a game, what a performance.
What a game.
Birds won.
What a performance.
Amazing. Like why would I try and ruin it?
Coming down the home stretch, daily ticket rolling on. Sean Brace, John Jansen, more after this.
Hurts is back. Hurts has plenty of time. He's looking. He fired. He completes it. Touchdown! A.J. Brown!
Fantastic execution of the offense.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
My name is Kyle Tequila, host of the shocking new true crime podcast, Crook County.
I got recruited into the mob when I was 17 years old.
People are dying. Is he doing this every night?
Kenny was a Chicago firefighter who lived a secret double life as a mafia hitman.
I had a wife and I had 2 children. Nobody knew anything. He was a crazy man.
He was my father, and I had no idea about any of this until now. Listen to Crook County on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Crook County to start listening.
When a scrub daddy meets a scrub mommy, any clean is possible. This Valentine's Day, bring a smile to your kitchen with Scrub Daddy, the sponge that smiles back. You'll love their high-performance, happy designs. Check out the full line of scrubbers and sponges, cleaners, erasers, and more at scrubdaddy.com. And bring home a colorful scrub mommy to introduce to Scrub Daddy. Now available at your local retailer and online at scrubdaddy.com. That's scrubdaddy.com. Scrub Daddy. Smile while you scrub.
Ozempic plus movement plus diet, that's the key to weight loss. And Future Health makes it easy to get started with affordable GLP-1s delivered 24 hours upon approval. Go to tryfh.com.
tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
What if your business could see beyond what is and into what can be? Whether you're a local shop or global enterprise, Bank of America gives you access to a range of business solutions to help make every move matter. What would you like the power to do? Find out how at bankofamerica.com/banking for business.
Clouds will be on the increase overnight, and it'll be a cold one, low to mid 20s for your temperatures. It's cloudy and dry most of our Tuesday. Snow arrives in southern areas very late in the day, but it's really the overnight hours that we see the accumulating snow. 1 to 3 inches in the city, 3 to 6 if you're heading south into southern New Jersey and Delaware. I'm meteorologist Adam Joseph with your 6ABC forecast.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Let Express Employment Professionals help you hire for contract or full-time jobs. Forget about recruiting, sifting through resumes, and interviews with unqualified applicants. Go to ExpressPros.com to find the location near you. That's ExpressPros.com.
Fly, Eagles, fly!
So here's Mahomes. What's he got left? Pressure again. Dak, ball is out! And the Eagles Milty Williams with a strip sack. Philadelphia takes over.
Recapping that special night in New Orleans. This is the Daily Ticket with Sean Brace.
Right here on The Gambler. Sean Brace and John Jansen with you here. Tomorrow, back at it, 3 to 6 p.m. We'll hand things off to Gerald Colton, Dave Spadaro, hopefully live from Chickies Pizza in Marlton. Maybe even get a player out there. You never know. You never know. We'll keep you posted on all of that. That will be coming your way tomorrow,
6 p.m. Chickies and Pizza in Marlton. The parties roll on. I'm already getting approached about doing something on Wednesday and Thursday. We have Friday parade. Looking forward to doing something at night. All right. Because the parade's the daytime. So let's keep that party going into the midnight hour.
Maybe not as long as it went last time.
No, you got to work in the morning. So
yeah,
not exactly that late. Victory Cigar. Unbelievable. Philadelphia Eagles are your Super Bowl champions, and there's no second guessing that game. No second guessing this team. The best team, last standing, and then there was one. The Philadelphia Eagles. What a dominating performance. 40-6. It was 4-0-6, and the game was over. And then they scored 14 more points, charity points, whatever you want to say. Stat padding.
Pat statting.
I just invented it. There you go. You can use it where you want.
I'm
padding.
I'm not going to do that.
Charity. Here you go, Mahomes. Charity. Go ahead and throw those numbers up.
Yeah, and I guess, do you want to get into maybe the Chiefs side of things, like their perspective on all this?
Well, you got 8 minutes, but go right ahead.
I mean, good Lord, man, you got to be better. Like, you have to have better talent around. Like, the alien quarterback is great. For a while, you've kind of been getting away with not doing anything around him. And now you can't get away with it anymore because Travis Kelce's older, and he's definitely not what he was.
Let me pause you there because their number one wide receiver was hurt.
Definitely.
Okay.
But still, your offensive line has been bad for a long time.
That's true.
And even outside of Rashee Rice, you're really not that great.
No.
Rashee Rice is good.
You're pulling Kareem Hunt off the scrap
That's what I
heap.
mean.
Pacheco's clearly not that guy. He's not that guy, bro. Not that guy, pal.
No, he's not. And just look what running backs have done for quarterbacks just this year.
Yep. Look
what it did for Hurts and Lamar. And even James Cook having a good year and being as good as he is. Look how much it's helped Josh Allen.
Yep.
No, you need, I get the alien quarterback thing. He's won you Super Bowls you probably should not have won. They were probably not the better team in the past 2 Super Bowls. The Eagles and 49ers were probably better. And this time finally caught up to you in a big way. That's got to be a wake-up call, to me at least. Like, hey, if we do want to continue to win with this freak show of a quarterback we have, we got to do better around him.
You know, you're right. My Kansas City Chief perspective, and I said it last night, and I talked about it last week. I said, what should be their plan of action, their game plan? And it's real easy for me to sit here and say it because I'm not the guy in the locker room drawing up the plays, and I don't have to look at Patrick Mahomes and say, this is what we're going to do. But my whole theory going into it was it started and ended with the run game for the Chiefs. If they were able to run the football, and they had to win this game, they had to be effective running the football. And they bailed. They didn't even give an opportunity. And if you're going to have that mentality coming in, of course, as I said, easier said than done, but you're almost going to take the ball out of Mahomes' hands, and you're not going to be trying to have Patrick Mahomes go out there and create that Mahomes magic, which maybe looking back at it, you know, that's a fireable offense if it doesn't work out for you. Like, how do you go into a Super Bowl and say you're going to run the football and try to bleed the clock and own the time of possession and slow the game down? But that's what they had to do to win that game.
That
and
they
didn't do it.
Nope.
It had to be the game plan, yet it takes something extra for Reed and everybody involved with the offensive game plan to say, Patrick, we love you. We know you can put this team on your shoulders, but that's not going to result in a victory. We must slow this game down. We got to make it a physical battle. We have to win up front. Even like I said, even that's probably not going to work, but I know damn well it would have been a better plan of action.
It would have been better than what happened, yesterday. That was my big thing for them is they can't. It's so strictly reliant on Mahomes being ridiculous and being so efficient. And he's had to change the way he plays it's every time, almost every year, to what teams are doing to him or what the limitations are in their offense because they don't have great receivers and they don't have a great offensive line. So he became a quick passing quarterback. He became Tom Brady out of nowhere, and he's really good at it. But you kind of want that guy to be a little bit more comfortable. You kind of want him doing the things that he's better at, which I don't think he's a great quick passer, but he's better at a lot of other things. He's a guy who should be loose, should be playing, explosive down the field. They have no explosiveness. And that to me is all personnel. all personnel decision making and not, I think, being in sync with what they need and what Mahomes needs. So yeah, that was eye opening to me, and it proves that I think Mahomes really has been carrying the load way too much over the past couple of years, and it works. You win Super Bowls because of it, because he's so good. You can't rely on that every year. That has to change.
Somebody on Around the Horde said Mahomes was a magician yesterday. He made the GOAT debate magically disappear.
Oh my God! Who said that?
Frank.
Who said that? Frank Isola. That's ridiculous. This dude is 29 years old, and again,
well,
I don't think he's done it with great teams.
I think it was ridiculous to say he's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT right now.
Rings.
What he did at this point in their careers,
define a legacy.
At this point in their cares,
Rings.
At the age and the seasons that they've played.
You know what was funny?
Mahomes is 10 times better than what Brady
What was funny over the weekend for me was on Thursday was the Josh Allen winning the MVP, right? And then over the weekend, I was able to catch Mina Kimes, who is your.
I like Mina Kimes.
She is your teacher. She is your professor in the studies of team wins is not a quarterback stat. But do you know what she included? Do you know what she included with her MVP discussion? The head-to-head victory, because she voted for Lamar. Lamar beat Josh Allen in that head-to-head. So it's just funny how you guys always want to throw that in when you need it to help your argument.
Oh, no,
again,
I don't need it.
Rings
I don't need it to help.
Are everything. That defines a legacy. Tom Brady has a few more than Patrick Mahomes, so get in line there, young buck. Good luck, though. Again, great quarterback.
Yeah, rings
Chiefs ain't going nowhere. Let's run it back. What do you say? Let's run it back next year.
You know why the Eagles won? Not because they have the better quarterback. They had the better team. And a team that was significantly better. Teams need to be good.
They had a better quarterback
because it's easier to play quarterback when you have a team like that.
Say it.
It's not to say that doesn't take away anything.
Say it.
Jalen Hurts is great.
No. Say Jalen Hurts was a better quarterback yesterday. No, you didn't say it.
No.
What?
I'm not going to.
What?
Because he played good. He played well. But no, the better quarterback. Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts weren't playing on the same field. They were both playing different sports.
Did Joe Biden win the election?
No, he wasn't even in the election.
Stop it.
This year, the lad.
Go get some sleep.
The other one.
No one wants to hear you talk anymore. Go get some sleep.
I don't even want to hear myself talk anymore, to be honest.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Daily Ticket comes to a close. Your Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
What a wonderful thing.
For John Jansen, Luke Arcaini.
I need McDonald's.
Ryan Beef Coyle. It's expensive.
Greasy. It is. I know.
Expensive.
But I think I'm getting a free Big Mac because the Eagles won or something.
Oh, how about that?
Well, you need to purchase something $2 or more, and there's nothing for $2.
Big day tomorrow. We'll be back at it 3:00. Follow at Fox PHL Gambler. Stream on YouTube. Subscribe. Tell a friend. One more time for the people in the back. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.
3, 2, 1. It's over. The Philadelphia Eagles have won Super Bowl 59. They have beat the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22.